Hello, hello, hello. Hi, I'm back. I haven't streamed in a minute. I should have streamed Wednesday, but I slept in all day, and I made a promise to Two-Face Demon on Alex's stream that I was gonna stream yesterday, and I didn't. And now I'm here later than I should have. But now I'm chilling because I literally am tired. I'm very, very tired. I am not gonna follow this duck though. Help me switch there. Just the fuck was Puffer? I'll just look at Puff. No! Fucking elevator. Okay. Fine. Fine. Elevator. La dee da la 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 la. So come here often? But yeah, I'm just gonna be like chilling. This is like a sequel to green screen showing. My green screen showing on what end? I can't even see it on the thing. Like, look at my own thing. I have this full screen, my own OBS. Oh yeah, very top. Fucking. There you go. Thank you. There we go. It's always my green screen. Screen like barely moves, and then when it barely moves, it's in fucking view. Thank you. Yeah, so I'm tired. I'm not tired per se. It's just that my sleep schedule has been so messed up recently. And it's because of my work as well. That's like assisting with my not perfect sleep schedule. So like, I'm sleeping in like, if you think of like a slider and like this is like the day and it's a line, and then you think of it, my sleep as a slider. It keeps slowly shifting, but it's also preventing, because of it shifting, me doing other things. That's what's happening. So I haven't been able to record major things I've been wanting to record, like of course Banjo and of course Resident Evil 4. And when I'm awake, I'm usually during the time Alex, Killer Mudkip, or Loud Ghost are streaming. So I just jump into their stream to say something. Once again, which is why you should also check out their stuff, their channels, because I might be there. If I haven't done anything on my channel, I might be there at least at the very least. Makes sense. Wondering why the videos were slow. Yeah, my sleep has been just completely fucked. The stream's actually probably gonna help me stay up, because usually this is the time I pass out, which is usually the time when I actually normally upload. But oh yeah, also hi Kevin. Welcome to the stream. So right now I'm just kind of chilling. I got myself a little soda to keep me up a little bit. And then maybe up for a little bit until everyone is awake that I know, so I could have people to distract me and keep me busy. Maybe enough busyness to edit a video, because I have recorded a bunch of one-offs right now, during 2 in the morning. I just have to edit them because they're both an hour long. I think it comes back down to the issue where when I go to upload a video, every single video is like an hour at most, or at least, and I'm like, We're very stark contrast when I first started the channel, where I only did like 20-minute things. Resetting your sleep clock stream. Yeah, pretty much. Resetting the sleep clock. Because like my sleep has been just kind of all over the place. I keep sleeping. I'll stay up all night, like in the morning. I'll be like awake at 2, 3 in the morning. I'll still be awake up until like past 7. And then I'll go to bed. And then I'll wake up and midway through the day. It's also because I haven't worked. I work graveyard shifts, so I usually am up during those hours, but I had a flow because I had work. I would go work and go home. I'll stay up for like 4, maybe 5 hours, and then I'll sleep, and then I'll go to work. I had a flow, but since I've been like, you know, didn't have that much hours going on right now, and I've been just kind of off, chilling. Yeah, it's everywhere. My sleep is just fucking everybody. It's fucking everywhere. So, like, I haven't been able to, like, truly... I mean, thank God I'm not working. Because, you know, I can get some time to sleep. But at the same time, I haven't been able to do my own things because I keep sleeping in and just waking up. So, kind of sucks. But I should be chilling now. At least hopefully after this stream, I think. You can probably tell because my bag. If you ever, like, if you see me in person, you always would notice I have, like, gigantic bags under my eyes. Tend to start off with 10, 20 minutes. Now it's end game length. Honestly, it really is. It really does. It really is like that. Especially with the fucking latest Minecraft video, which I gotta thank Zion for doing that. He's crazy. Me and Ghost both kind of like... Well, Ghost actually yells at him because Ghost hates him for some reason. Hello, finally caught a stream again. Hey, welcome, Husband Doomslayer. Welcome, welcome. I think the deck I got is dirty. Woody. But yeah, that Minecraft video, to be fair, when that first was uploaded, my first thought was, okay, well, I don't need to upload tomorrow because it's 8 hours. I don't think anyone's gonna watch this by the time it comes out because it's it's a work schedule long. So I kind of like gave myself the day to rest. But the other day after that, I just slept in the entire day, so that was not fun. But I should be, hopefully after this trip, I should be back to my regular self, but no promises because maybe something will come up. I don't know. Life, you know. But yeah, that Minecraft video is crazy. Massive shout out to Zion Brown for editing that and actually making an 8-hour video instead of making it into parts for some reason. Whatever your opinions are on that, it's up to you. The fact that he made it 8 hours is crazy to me. I give credit because he did it. My green screen fell, and now you see all of my shit back there. Hold on, give me a second. Oops. Fuck. Hold on, give me a second. My fucking wall of plushies. No, that shit must have been hidden. Oh, God, thank God I didn't put anything embarrassing back there. Brother. Okay, well, okay, I think it's good now. That was just the wind, actually. Thank God my room isn't dirty. It's just I have a wall. Yeah, okay. Well, secret's out. Okay, now you can go back and pause. Okay, you could question everything I bought. Okay. Anyways, there's a lot more of those too. By the way, I have like some ones on my bed too. Gosh, I didn't even hear it fall. I had to look at my OBS and I just see it just. I'm like. Oh yeah, you know I'm starting to regret doing that now because I'm now thinking about some of the plushes that's up there. There's some things up there that I put up there because I didn't know where to put them. So you know, we live and learn. I guess green screen might be a bitch today. Could have been worse. There could have been a lot worser things there. And I don't know what I was talking about. Just that caught me off guard so bad. Nobody questioned me or my things back there. Moment before disaster. It really was. That was that's something. I do need to like wipe down my green screen. The Minecraft video. Oh yeah. Yeah, the Minecraft video. Pretty for those of you who don't read the little intermission as when the videos start. They were not only all those old ones were streamed on Ghost's channel, so you have to like go and scroll all the way down because they're like one of his old ones. But the little post-credit scene teasing the next series, we've already done that on his channel already. Like the technical season 2, it's already done. It's already a thing that's done. It's just now I have videos on my PC. I'm not gonna immediately just be like, here goes Zion, edit these, because you know he was editing them for a long time. Those Minecraft videos, so I don't want him just to start editing another gigantic project. And once again, I'm gonna say it. This is all on his, like, on his, you know, the goodness of his heart, because he is just wanting to do it. I'm not even telling him to do it. He comes like I'm the dead ass the Slenderman highlights. He came out of nowhere and he gave it to me. Same thing with the FNAF one. He just kind of gave that to me without me saying anything. At least it's unintentionally happened. I remember you mentioning wanting to show your background during the FNAF 6 videos. Oh yeah. Oh god. I do remember. Yeah, they're talking about the green screen thing. I think that's like one of the few only videos on my channel where I did show my background at my room at the time. And I'm gonna be honest, it was all because of this fucking spider. Well, not that way though. No, but those Minecraft season 2 is already done. Season 3 is actually already being done. It's just that Ghost hasn't streamed part of any of that part 3 of the season 3 because he was on a Xenoverse craze. Hope the sequel series happens next year. It's probably gonna happen next year, no doubt about it. It's gonna be a lot more story focus because season 1 was just us playing Minecraft and fucking around, but season 2 was a lot more focus on Loud Ghost's character, which is, I think I said this in a previous stream playing this game, a previous chill stream. Loud Ghost's character is like lore conflicts with my character lore, kinda. But yeah, the season 2 of the Minecraft is like about the caricature lore. We kind of butt heads a little bit, so it's up to, I guess, whatever you want it to be, I guess. But yeah, that season 2 of Minecraft is more. It gets more just, I guess for better for worse, roleplay-ish, I guess is the word. I don't like saying that, but yeah, that's where it gets to more. Because of just like, we're really just going to be playing Minecraft back to back to back, just the same thing. Unless it's hardcore, there's not really much difference. I'm honestly just buying time so Ghost can get a better PC, because we were trying to do a cool video, but his PC couldn't handle like something about it. Oh, Stony. I can't even select him, but he's like right here. He just sunk immediately as soon as he fell from the heavens. Poor guy. So I'm just buying time for him to get a better PC, honestly. But yeah, Minecraft is cool. And it seems like the Twilight mod goes back to just playing it from the looks of it. Yeah, Twilight mod is just kind of going back to just playing it. Like, we started off the beginning of that stream prepping it to like for the lore, but then it goes to just us playing that mod. Because I never played the Twilight mod. We were gonna put another mod in there, and then I saw one of the monsters in there, and I decided to say no. It's like, please, no, for my sake, just no. But yeah, Twilight, that season 3 is like the Twilight mod. Just the fighting all the bosses. Kind of pisses me off because like the way we had to describe how we get there uses a character I made. But like not in a way I personally like. But it was a way I could like kind of look past it. It's like, oh, you know what? Fine. I'll let it pass. I'll let it slide. Because I don't really like using that character in that way. But it's for story. There's a whole cargo line of fucking people here. What the hell? But using the character in that way just to advance the story is like, eh. Who cares? But yeah, the Minecraft stuff is pretty cool. I do like doing the stuff. That was like actually like I really like doing that stuff. I like storytelling, so like being able to storytell using Minecraft as a medium, even though it's a bit stupid. I have fun doing it. This is basically just going back to like another Q&A, really. Waiting for ducks to spawn. If it's new, I actually get 5 seconds of staring at it. Did I just see a duck fly over here? Fuck was that? Other than that, like, I'm always like, I feel like I'm always not only held back, but at the same time not held back by this certain stuff. I gotta do like all the Survival Monday shit I started before I continue another Survival Monday thing. Just never crazily into doing the fucking Dark Souls. Especially since like the two games are Survival Mondays, Subnautica and Dark Souls. There's always the idea of me, I would like love to do them multiplayer-ish because I know that there's possibilities of doing multiplayer in them. It's just that I have no one to do it with. So it's like, damn. Sucks. And then Atlas, I could just do easily. That one's an easy one. I could easily do Atlas by myself. Now that I don't have Minecraft taking up the slot anymore. Could just record Atlas. Does this mean Atlas will be this Monday or the next? Eventually. I'm gonna be honest. I wanna like hold on to your hopes for it, but definitely I would focus more on that game than the other two. Because that one's a lot easier for me to play. Dark Souls will take me like 6 hours at a time just to get like 5 minutes of progress, and then that'll be like a video. So like, can never bank on that being like immediately every single Monday. Subnautica, I have no clue what I'm doing, and I have no good direction. So like, I have no clue. So that one kind of makes me suffer a little bit for the no direction and just kind of. It's like the things that make Skyrim and Fallout hard for me is like times by 10. Because those games are hard for me because of the fact that you can have so many options to do stuff in a sandbox. So like but my brain just kind of like just melts. And I try to go in a straight path. So that's why Fallout 3, I wasn't crazily strong because I just avoided all side quests. I probably will fix that error in the next games I play. Quick, just get Zion to edit them. The Dark Souls. If he actually likes Dark Souls, so I just don't want. I don't want to like be like, there's more work. Come on, here you go. I feel like he does a lot. He does a lot, especially since he's also trying to make his game at the same time, like on the side. I don't want to keep forcing him to do stuff. I don't want to be bothering him, I guess is the word, because he does a lot already. Plus, I've been wanting to do my own editing for a bit, only for the sole fact that I watched the War of Worlds. Hate saying that name of that movie. The one that has Ice Cube. Oh man, I've been wanting to do edits with that movie. That movie is so bad. It's you! It's you! My own son! If you don't know that movie, that's gonna sound so confusing. It's just a terrible movie if you've never seen it. You've probably seen clips, honestly, online. Because that's how I got introduced to it. It's a terrible, terrible movie. But it's like fun terrible, for me at least. I love that movie. So like I have a few green screens of that movie downloaded. I've been like hoping to find good moments to place those edits in. But of course I can't overuse it because then it becomes not funny. So I have to find actual good moments. And I also just fixed my microphone settings too, because I didn't know my own microphone settings in my own PC were set to 20%. I was messing around with the microphone's like actual app the entire time to change its volume up and lower. And then I realized that, and I messed with the OBS's gain, and I realized it was just my PC. By the time you finish the Fallout series, the new one will happen on God. Honestly, yeah. The new Fallout series, I guess, on the channel would be New Vegas. And by the time I even touch that, the new one will come out. What the fuck? But you sound fine this entire time. So you weren't tweaking about your mic? There's so many questions, but my brain just immediately just destroyed. Like certain games like Fallout 4, Fallout, Resident Evil 4, and then like I would say Banjo. I felt like hearing it wise, my mic was quiet, and then Cloudy, especially every time I recorded a video with Cloudy, he kept saying I was quiet, and it's because like I just didn't tweak it in the actual PC settings. I was tweaking it all the time with the app and I in Discord as well, and then OBS to try and make myself sound louder or like better, but then not to lose the quality of my like the mic, because if I use this dial on this mic, it makes me sound worse if I turn it up. Even though I'm getting louder, it just decreases the quality. But then I realized my PC settings was just set to 20% on my mic, so I just turned that and put it right to 100. So now I sound fine. At least I'm hoping so. But yeah. But anyways, back where I was talking about 2 minutes ago. Also, hi Nolan. The new Fallout series is going to be Fallout New Vegas. I already have an idea who the character would be and what his relationships are to the other Fallout protagonists. Because the first Fallout protagonist is Brick Bones, and she was good and smart. The new protagonist is going to be Clover Bones. He's going to be an idiot. Did that duck get like hi? He's gone. She's got out. Hey, a duck. Just kind of. Oh, yeah. Is that what I was trying to spell there or do there? Got a little buddy chilling with me. Oh yeah, I gotta switch my top chat to live chat, so I could see if there's like, because YouTube might censor something or hide something. Because like I noticed that a lot when I was on Ghost's streams, and I'm like, "What are you? I don't see messages. What are you talking about? No one's saying anything." Then I had to click top chat to live chat. I'm like, "Oh, there are people saying stuff." You got work tonight? No, I don't. I'm just kind of trying to stay up because my sleep schedule's been fucked. Is this your time to tell me, Nolan, that you want to go do Black Ops? I'm assuming that's why you're asking. Damn right. Okay. I'll keep that in mind. I'll try not to. Yeah, okay. Noted. So for those of you who don't know, I guess a new series on the channel, but I'm waiting until we get a clump of footage. Me, Demise, Nolan, and Cloudy are playing all the original all the original Call of Duty games, zombies, and playing them in order. So we went with War at Worlds, and we did like the 4 original zombies maps, and now we were on Black Ops 1, and we're doing the zombie maps. I never even played like the older ones. I played Black Ops 1 like when I was a kid by myself. So I never got far. So like I'm usually decent at 3. I mean, Alex's channel, which he streamed zombies and I was in the stream, I'm pretty decent. I don't think I'm terrible. I definitely know what I'm doing. Playing the originals, I feel like I'm the opposite. Prequel series before War at World? I think so. I'm not Call of Duty expert, so I may not fully understand the question there. I'm going to be honest, Call of Duty is kind of like one of those things where I couldn't care less. That sounds goated. Left 4 Dead vibes returning. Yeah, you could say it's Left 4 Dead vibes returning. Definitely. There's definitely moments where I was like crashing out a little bit. Demise crashes out, of course, which is always funny. Cloudy having amazing good bits. Nolan just is an amazing funny guy as himself, always causing Demise to crash out. Overall good vibes. I have to edit it, especially since we do the Easter eggs, and 90% of all Call of Duty Easter eggs are playing music, so I'm gonna have to do something with the editing. Buns was going crazy on 5. The one map I sucked at. I don't know anything about that map. I was doing so horrible. Dude, Black Ops 1 keeps giving me bad luck. Every time I hit the box, I got nothing. I kept getting shotguns or fucking bazookas. That was not helping in zombies. I felt like I was holding everyone back. Anyways, but yeah, that's the next, like, I don't even know when I will start uploading those because there's a lot of Call of Duty games. I might actually start doing at least one of the game. I might do it as like each game is its own video. Didn't pack until round 21. Yeah, I didn't know where the Pack-a-Punch was on that map, so I didn't pack until like round 21. I was doing terrible. I was doing so bad. But we did pretty good. Yeah, you should do each game as its own video. Yeah, that's what my plan was. I might do like a little thing too, depending on how I feel with the editing. The true reason you don't play shooters, honestly. I'm gonna be honest, dude. I'm gonna be like, unless I don't usually play shooters, but like, I think it mainly just goes down to growing up. I didn't have online, so like, I didn't have to play shooters competitively. I just had to play like shooters and games, like Doom. That's not a hard game by your like. It is a single player game, but then if you take that to the next level and you're online, then it really shows your skill level. And I think that's where I'm at. I don't think I'm terrible, but then it's like the jumping that leap into doing it online and then comparing, it's like, yeah, I'm not good. It's just because I never had to be competitive in shooters before, growing up at least. So it's just a skill set that I don't have. Especially Left 4 Dead. Left 4 Dead, you don't really have to care about your aiming, honestly. Because Left 4 Dead, it always feels like you have infinite ammo. Well, until we played Expert, which was like a fun challenge. Because then it actually felt like we were running out of ammo all the time. That checks out. Yeah. I just never grew... Like, I never played online. That affects me more than it should, actually. Growing up without internet, pretty much. Because, like, I have a social anxiety when it comes to talking online. I can talk if I'm approached, but if I was, like... If playing online... Like, let's say Dale and Dawson, which is, like, a good video showing that example of me. Being in a public situation... And then just having to be just put in it is like kind of like freaks me out a little bit. If someone approached me and started talking to me, I could probably respond, but I can't approach someone else randomly, not knowing who they are, and just start a conversation. That kills me on the inside. In real life, I could definitely do it. It's not hard. So I could just see them, see their face. I think I'm very formal. And if anything, if I needed something, I could just ask, like, hey, where do I go here? Thank you. Friends vs. Friends and Upgun videos felt like seeing two different versions of you playing. Weird. Well, that's probably because I was against Ghosts in those games, and Ghosts is just naturally bad. I think when you compare yourself to Ghost, you kind of like look better, unless you're playing like a game that he's good at. Friends vs. Friends and funny enough, Friends vs. Friends and Upgun, I don't like those games. Funny enough. And then Ghost loves those games, and Ghost always tries to get me to play them, and I just always say no. Friends vs. Friends, I'm just not crazy about it, and then Upgun, I just don't like. Unfortunately, Trulim. If only Ghost was here to hear me insulting him. No, I'm just not crazy about those games. They're not bad. For me, it was more of like, I made a video on it, so now I don't have to play it, kind of, in my mindset. Wow, there's like no one up here. Wish it just didn't auto, like, I get it why it does that, but I wish it didn't just rotate me when I was just AFK. That poor duck is just at the edge of the pool. Poor bastard. Is the horse still there? Oh, yeah, the horses are still there. Oh, did not mean to hit the phone. Whatever the fuck that mystery means in this map. Yeah, like horse. Horse. And then there's a katana. I don't remember the katana being there. What if I call now at night? I don't know this mystery. You know, funny enough, there's like a horse anime or something going on recently that has like it's just basically horse gambling, and that of course it has gambling. So Alex is into it, jokingly, of course, because he's not actually a gambler. It's just a joke. So like it doesn't help the fact that I constantly am seeing horses like very frequently. It's like fucking everywhere. It's like everywhere I look, there's just a horse. It's like it's never been the most prevalent in my life before until recently. Like this year, it's been like the most prevalent animal I've been seeing. I wonder like how weird it'd be if like how like this highlights orange when you highlight. Would it be cool if I was just like randoming my mouse over here and this apartment glue orange? I clicked and it was just someone like with binoculars. I don't know. I'm always into like weird stuff like that. Something creepy, something cool. The lore. We have 35 ducks. Does not feel like 35. Actually, feels like 35. The simple simulator with deep lore would be interesting. Yeah, honestly, it would be interesting. I feel like a game already does. I feel like House Flippers does that, huh? Is House Flippers the name of that game where you have to like make houses look nice, but like there's something weird about it? I might be thinking of the wrong game. God, stop giving me ducks I already have. Is this Army? Hi, Army. It's like when Power Wash Simulator first came out, and everyone was thinking there's gonna be like some weird theories because of like how there was just like a lot of weird stuff in each map, but then it was just like all easily like, excused with the game's own story with like the cat. And then you beat the fucking game and there's aliens. Okay, I'm gonna be honest, I never expected that. Out of every game I played, never expected Power Wash Simulator to end that way. Crazy. I don't even think I could have predicted that shit. When I predicted Shredded Deep's ending, that was like a different level of like weird but funny. Power Wash, I was like never gonna guess it because it was just not the game to have that type of ending, and it has that ending. Crazy ass game. I actually secretly like deeply love Power Wash Simulator, and it's not even like I'm not even that crazy about cleaning games. I don't even have the patience for it. I'm surprised I was able to sit down and do it with Alex. But the fact that that game had that crazy ending, and it fits with what we were doing too. Crazy fuck. And before anyone even says it, no, we're not doing Power Wash 2. Everyone thought it would have deep lore, but never had the willpower to actually finish it. You're the first I've seen to do it. Yeah, that too. It's like I've never seen anyone actually finish the game too. So like, I didn't even think it would have an ending. I thought it was just not going to give you missions. That's how I thought it was going to be, honestly. I thought like at some point you weren't just going to get a mission anymore. I think that's aided with the fact that I kept seeing like the DLCs. So I just thought like they were just going to be missions without plot. It was just an overarching plot with the main game quests. I did not expect to be in a temple and see like we were always destined to clean. And then the UFO flies and the evil plane guy. I couldn't make that shit up. In my wildest dreams, that was never a possibility in my brain. Never. It just kind of fits though with what we were doing. Lamau, what's even more hilarious was this ongoing bit that the cat was always up to something, but it was actually true. Yeah, that was the bit, huh? Fever Drew. God, that game was so fucking... I actually felt like terror playing that game, and I'm like, Alex, the cats are moving. And he's like, what? It's just seeing like all these cats walking. It's like, what's happening? I was like so caught off guard. That game was weird. I love it. I bet the second game is gonna have something just as weird or crazy. I will play it, but I'm not gonna Alex definitely won't. So I'm not gonna be crazy. I might do it as a live stream series maybe. That seems like a fun stream let's play. It's just playing Power Wash 2 when that comes out. Because no way in hell that's gonna be another video let's play because for what we did with it was kind of perfect for what we had. I feel like for the Bonesy and Alex lore, where it was just all connected in the games, and the editing process of those videos were unique in its own style. For what it was, I think it's perfect. Going to replace the Chill Duck series. Yeah, honestly, it might replace it. But Duck series can go on fucking forever because there's a lot of maps and there's a lot of random ass achievements for just sitting here. So definitely 100% this game's going to take a long time. At least in Power Wash, I'm doing something. This one, I'm kind of just staring. But I'm not complaining because I kind of like just sitting here and talking. I like talking. I can't shut up. Quack. Hi, Grim. Yeah, so we're just for Power Wash 2 would definitely just be more. I'm gonna be like staring. No, that one would actually be nice to be streaming because I'll be just sitting there in dead silence, just hearing the sound of rushing water, and I could actually look at chat. Hello, senor. Hello. Oh, hello. Hello. Can't. I'm white. I'm sorry. You already know that about me, though. You know what came out today? Off. I bought that. I forgot all about Off coming out in August. So when I was playing Banjo, I looked and I was like, fuck. it's like, okay. I gotta put that one on pause. Apparently, the new Bendy game came out too, by the way. I only learned this from Zion. The new Bendy game is out. Don't know what that's about. Off? Yeah, Off is like a RPG game. It's a pretty good game. Pretty good game. There's a lot of people just chilling here. In that little area right there. So, like, Off, the new Bendy game. I was actually shocked to hear the Bendy one because I didn't even hear anything about it. It, like, literally came out as well. Apparently, it's like a better version of the Boris game that they did. Like a remake of that. I'll check it out at some point. Off, definitely, I will check out. Because I've been wanting Off. I actually have the cat plush, the Judge, somewhere over here. Thankfully, he wasn't in the shelf shot that showed my entire shelf of plushies. He's not the worst thing to see there. But I'm just saying, like, he's like over there somewhere. Nothing but Dead Ends, the sequel. Yeah, that game is just nothing but dead end. I do. That was like the only thing I remember from that game. Just being caught in dead ends and just hearing the scream of Bendy. I'm just like, what plushies you got? I got normal plushies. I don't have anything weird. In my opinion. I got just like a whole. I got just too much. My whole shelf is filled with them. They're all U2s because I like U2s. And they keep releasing good stuff. And I'm just like, oh, stop. I got a new duck, but I think it was give me new ducks. God, I have Sky. I have you all. You're not even Sky. You're like flowers. I don't know. My wallet. Yeah, literally. My wallet's being harmed by all the plushies they keep releasing that are good. Or figurines. I'm just like, fuck. I have the crippling addiction of just like liking to have at least one thing of something I like. Franchise-wise. So I'm just like, fuck. This is new. I'm like, ah. It's like, I'm glad I have like self-control, but damn. It's like annoying because I'm like, damn, I'm gonna have to buy that at some point. I'm like, fuck. Alright. I think they're releasing a new Springtrap U2s and it pisses me off. I remember, okay, that's what their reaction was towards. I remember just chilling. And then all of a sudden I just see on Twitter or wherever I saw on YouTube is posting like 4 images of like they're like silhouettes and one of them was definitely Springtrap. I just said like, stop sucking me dry. I have like all the Springtrap stuff they released so far. It's probably not it's probably a problem, honestly. I have like 2 figurines and then I have 2 plushies with a third one on its way. And then now they're releasing it. I always come back. Honestly, it's troubling to say the least. Springtrap addiction. It is. I have two Springtrap jackets over there. I actually scammed MatPat technically, and I got an extra jacket, so I felt kind of bad about that one. Bought a jacket from him. It never came in the mail because it took way too long, and I thought it wasn't coming, so I refunded it and then repurchased it, and then I got it, and then the second one finally came, so I got my money back and I got another jacket. So I've just got two of the same jacket, and then I got a Shadow Bonnie jacket, which I can't wear in public because not only that I kind of put a bad name on myself on my channel with the Atlas video, but that jacket itself has bunny ears on it, and I can't ever be seen wearing that in public, especially to work. That's gonna cause issues. So I'm just gonna always keep it there. Maybe I'll wear it in a video if it's cold, but it never gets cold here. It's always fucking hot. And plus, I can't really see myself wearing a jacket indoors anyways. I'll just sit there and freeze. Hey, nothing wrong with cool jackets and sweaters. Cursed by the internet as being weird. Yeah, honestly. Nothing wrong with jackets, but I just don't like being judged by people. Especially, like, and I've been a strong sense of not liking being put in groups unless I say I'm in a group. I don't want people calling me a furry just because my jacket has gigantic big bunny ears on it. Just saying. So I'm just not going to wear it publicly. But the jacket's cool as fuck. Can't lie. I like the jacket a lot. It's actually one of my favorite jackets I have. Just shove over there. Next with my purple SpongeBob jacket that I don't wear either because I don't like the texture of the patterns on it. And I have a Squid Game jacket, which I actually do wear every day at work because it's just a nice jacket. And the only thing that's different about it is it has the gigantic numbers on the back. Something wrong with furries? Not jacket. No, nothing wrong with furries. I'm friends with quite a few. Me personally, I don't consider myself one. And I just don't like being put in groups. The only groups I will be confidently say I'm part of is the Dragon Ball community. I mean, come on, I'm wearing a shirt anyways. And the FNAF community, because I have too much FNAF shit in my room. Other than that, especially like with how people are, for some reason, they give like every fandom or every community a nickname. And I'm just like, that's like Doctor Who. I love Doctor Who. I love watching it. I haven't watched it in a long time, especially with its newer stuff. But how they call themselves like Whovians or something, I'm just sitting there like, what are we, Dr. Seuss characters? I'm not calling myself that. I'm not even going to associate with that. I just know Doctor Who and I like it. That's as far as it goes. I don't care. Yeah, I have t-shirts, but I don't say I'm part of the community. That's a thing? Yeah, it's a thing. It's like Whovians or something, and I'm just like, Valid. I know I'm one, but I don't show it. I like to show it. I'm a horror movie fan and punk rocker. See, exactly. It's like I just don't like presenting myself as like part of a community. Sounds like a horse title. Hoovian. Oh yeah, I could actually. You know what? You saying that makes sense because like hooves. Yeah, I could actually picture it as a horse title. But yeah. So like, I don't partake in being part of any community. I think even the SpongeBob community was like some stupid name too. I thought Hoovian was an MLP thing, Lamau. They're called something else. Hoovian is spelled like with like WHO and then like a VN or whatever the fuck they do for Doctor Who. MLP is like brownie or something. Anyways, we're getting like further off topic. I just don't associate with anything, and I prefer to stay that way. That's just how I live my life. Makes sense. Like, I like Pokemon, but I'm not a Pokemon fan. Because I'll fucking rip into Pokemon all if I wanted to. You can like something and not be a part of it. Exactly. Exactly. Now, there is an argument to be made that I remember Alex was yelling about like whether or not if you purchase it, you're thereby supporting it. So then you're a part of it. Me personally, I still disagree because like I don't, yeah, I purchase it, but that's because that's for my own interest. Yeah, I'm supporting it, but I'm not a part of it. That's just support. That's just me. Yeah, maybe I bought a few things that I don't want to show or support. I think definitely on my wall of plushies you saw, there's definitely something in there I don't really care about to support. I just kind of bought. Just saying. I don't even remember what the SpongeBob community thing was called. Because I remember watching a SpongeBob video, and then the video they said like, "Well, we call ourselves," and I'm just like, "Hmm, you guys have names for the SpongeBob community? There's a SpongeBob community. I thought we were all SpongeBob. I thought we all liked SpongeBob. What's going on here?" I love SpongeBob. The HH T-shirt you showed on the Batman she was telling, but the actual series is ass. Definitely, that's like prime examples. Like I bought that. I'm gonna be honest, I bought that shirt as a bit because I saw that. I'm like, oh baby, hell yeah. I'm not wearing it. The character is just cool. Yeah, I like the character's design. No, I'm not wearing it though. I'll pass. I'll pass. It's like, oh man. I remember one time too. I woke up and I looked. And I'm like, I'm gonna put this on today. I just picked it up from the drawer. I'm just looking. I was like, nah, I can't. I put it back down in my drawer. Grabbed a different T-shirt. Got a stupid YouTube notification that blocked all my fucking shit. And now I'm getting a Discord DM. No one's DMing me. Okay, I'm wasting everyone's time. I'm wasting the ducks' time. Because pausing, they don't spawn. Yeah, so... I mean, I love Dragon Ball. Hell. This is like above my desk at all times. His thing fell off. Oh, he's fucking green. But I'm trying to show something green that's on a green screen, behind a green screen. That probably didn't show a lot. You can probably make out what he looks like, I guess. Let me put him back up. Should have showed a different statue I have up there. But Cell was closer. Dragon Ball is the one I would say. I love it. He's too perfect. Too perfect. Did all that powering up make your brain swell up a bit? Boo doo doo. It's a stupid theme. That's not even actually his theme. I love Cell. He's my favorite villain in Z, and my favorite villain in Super is Goku Black. Dragon Ball though is my favorite anime, and then. So I'm more than proud to say that I'm a Dragon Ball fan. That doesn't like in the slightest bother me because I have a lot of Dragon Ball shirts. So it's like even if I try to play it off, I'm probably going to be wearing a shirt of Dragon Ball. So I'm like, yeah, I love it. So there's an air balloon over there. And of course FNAF. I mean, like literally, that guy, like the whole wall was probably half FNAF. Is Sparking Zero still going to be a series at one point, or will it be a one-off fighting episode like the others? Probably going to be a one-off fighting episode like the others. Because I want to play the story just on my own time. That's if I get back into it, because it's definitely a game that has a learning curve. And at the time I played it, I was not in the mood for a learning curve. Especially when you get your ass beat by Raditz and you kind of just lose all hope in your own abilities and you think you're too old for games and you kind of want to give up in life. So Sparking No one out of everyone, I didn't expect you to be saying that. I expected demise. But I'll have to get back into sparking because I like how the game looks. It's just the learning curve of the controls is just something I have to get used to. I'm so used to Xenoverse, which also is kind of like its one off on stream, but very much not on Loud Ghost's channel, at least for like the past few weeks. He was summonable. I like sparking, but it gets old fast. Yeah, that's what you've told me. For me, it's like, I don't know if I can get tired of it, because I just like Dragon Ball and I just like fighting games. There's definitely like a child wonder in me somewhere that will probably just keep playing it, just having enjoyment. Because I used to do that a lot with Dragon Ball fighting games when I was younger. I just constantly kept playing it by myself, making up my own stuff in my head, like own stories or own battles. It's a good party game slash couch co-op. Yeah, I gotta definitely finish the story and then play with Demise and you and Alex at some point. But until then, I have to. And plus, there's also a Bleach fighting game that has like a similar style, and I also have been wanting to play that. But the Bleach fighting game, I don't know, it's been iffy ever since it first came out. It's been mixed reviews, and I'm always just keeping an eye on it. But at this point, I have stopped looking at it. Just gonna hope that at some point when I do go back to look at it, all the issues it probably has is fixed. Because I know me and Clay have been wanting to play that new Bleach one. I forgot what it's called. Just a Bleach fighting game. That looked cool. Rebirth? Yeah, I think it's called Rebirth. I remember when that came out, there was like a lot of PC issues with it. So I'm just kind of been putting it off. Didn't want to just play a buggy game. Because then it'll like make me like not as happy. Like when I played Sons of the Forest, I liked that series on the channel, but damn, playing it on release was kind of disappointing. There's a lot of issues with that game. A new duck's about to come. Please be something different. Please. I'm always hearing like planes, but I'm not seeing anything. God damn it, it's the same thing. It's pinky. Which is not even like really pinky. It's just kind of like a magenta. Kinda. I guess. Whatever. Yeah, story was good in Sparking, but I didn't like the rank systems at all, which is why I stopped playing. That seems like a reasonable. That sounds reasonable. I have not played like that far into the game at all. I've been trying to keep it like spoiler free, and I've been actually pretty good at it. I don't know any spoilers for that game. I just haven't played it. Haven't felt like the desire to like fully get into it for some reason. I don't know why. Kind of bothers me a little bit. Now, horror games, on the other hand, been dying to get into RE4. Just sleep schedule's killing me. Story was cool, but I don't know. It's as cool as you can get with just basically Dragon Ball again. I heard some of the what ifs were kind of terrible, but some were actually pretty good. The beginning ones I felt like were decent. It's annoyed that you can go back into canon. Kind of annoyed me a little bit when that was a possibility. Kind of pissed me off, honestly. But looking past that, it was pretty cool. I like what I saw so far, at least for as far as I went. The what ifs were good, in my opinion. Yeah, I have to go like truly look into all of them. I know Alex was complaining about them because he just got into that game. He's complaining about like maybe 2 of them. It's actually kind of crazy that like me, Alex, and Ghost will actually have like full-on discussions about Dragon Ball lore. At like sometimes being like, oh no, so like if that happened, we're all screwed. And we'll sit there for like maybe like almost an hour just discussing. It brings a certain childlikeness in my heart, happiness. Never paid much attention to Resident Evil until I saw the hype for 9. I don't know if it's the surrounding hype that makes me care or just seeing you play it. It might be like a bit of both, maybe. For me, I got into Resident Evil because of 7. So, like, I'm not crazy about new Resident Evil games. I'm gonna be honest. I'm not like, Zion loves it. So Zion's like, I gotta see, like, Resident Evil 9, let's go. I'm not crazy for it. I'm like, oh shit, that's cool. That's as far as it goes for me. Currently playing through the games are kind of fun because I definitely do enjoy it. It's not something I'm like forcing myself to go through. Get me out of the boss's office. I don't want to be here. Resident Evil 7, amazing game. Someday I'll do a let's play on that. That's a promise. Someday. Because Resident Evil 7, my favorite. Played Resident Evil 8 a little bit for the channel. PC sucked at the time, so I couldn't continue it as a series. However, when I played Resident Evil 2 for the channel, at the end of most of those beginning videos, I put in the boss fight from every boss fight from 8. So I was at least showing off my reactions to the boss fights, if anything, which I was kind of proud of. I should have probably done a video where all the boss fights at just in general instead of putting it at the end of 2, but I was just impatient. And then playing fucking 3 was okay. 3 wasn't bad. I enjoyed. And then 5 was funny with Cloud. And now we're playing 4. Still need to play the very first one. Need to play 0. Which was a cool idea. Yeah, it was an idea I had. It was something I was like, hell yeah, let's do this. Because, like, I didn't know what to... Because, like, playing 2, I was going back to 8 and just enjoying it. Because, like, it was, like, the only thing I could do. I was kind of bummed out I couldn't record it fully. But I was just kind of enjoying playing it. And then it came across my mind. I was like, what if can I record the boss fights? Come on, at least. And I was actually able to. So I was like, yes! And a little known fact that I don't think I've ever mentioned, but Sono Kotoro, he changed his name. I don't know his new username. Mel. He's been in the Slaughter Me Street videos, the face cam. You can see him there. He was just in my space while I was fighting those boss fights. He just was staying quiet. He was just watching me. So I wasn't alone. So I guess that's a little fun behind the scenes fact. I guess. I don't know. But yeah, so I don't know. I like 8. 8's definitely a stark contrast though. And it goes back into action, which is kind of upsetting. So I'm hoping 9 goes back to horror. Because I do love the scary factor of Resident Evil. Like, Resident Evil 2 was really good for action horror. And 3 kind of goes back into action. But I didn't mind it there. Will you two ever have another series together again? I don't think so, I'm going to be honest. Not saying we drifted apart. Because he's going to be he's in my life in a way. Like, because he's, like, very well connected with another friend of mine. And he's, like... Basically, he's in my group, basically, to say the least. But, like, he has his, like, own group of friends he hangs out with. So it's kind of, and he's always doing other stuff. Like, I rarely talk to him nowadays. So I don't know if we'll ever have another thing together, which is kind of upsetting. The closest thing I can actually see happening is if we have a gigantic group doing something, and I recorded it, and I was like, we got the permission to upload it. Then that'll be like the only time I could do that. However, like asking wise, I think is like kind of out of the question. I feel like it's going to always be a no. Kind of the same thing with Widget too, somewhat, a little bit, because Widget does his own thing as well. He's actually part of the Power World community, and I don't know what the fuck he's doing on his free time, at all. I know, but like he's still like one of my closest friends, so he's like I'm never gonna lose touch with him. I definitely know we're playing Little Nightmares 3. That's definitely a thing we've promised amongst each other. But other than that, there's games I've been wanting to do with him for the longest time. It's just that we can never get around to doing it. Because he's like, he's busy always. Or like when he's not, like he actually is available is when I'm not available. So like, it's just one of those things where it's like schedule-wise, we're just never this like available. We got a new guy, I think. Bug. He has a bug on him. Collection. Where is he? Also I got clown. Clown. I don't. Was he? Oh, there's like some in here. This one looks. Oh, ew, ew. I didn't even know there's that guy. He's probably somewhere else then. Where? Bug. There. Speaking of Little Nightmares, have you seen RE Animal? It's a form of original team behind. It's from the original team behind Little Nightmares. I have not. I will have to look at. I will check that out. That does sound interesting. For whatever it is, if it's behind Little Nightmares, it's definitely going to be interesting. Because Little Nightmares is one of those games where it's such a interesting and like good game, but like story wise, I have no clue. I just don't know. I have no grasp, which is funny because I've been told before that like usually I would come up with something that's like kind of like Mel told me when I played. What was it? The Multary Assistant. That he thought my way of thinking was interesting because I immediately went to the book. I consulted the book for help, and he's never seen any other person do that. So like, I would pride myself on saying at least when I finish those games, I can at least come up with my own theory. But I have no fucking clue for that game. No dialogue, just environmental storytelling without reading the comics. Yeah, I knew the comics are a thing too. Yeah, me. If I just from my memory banks. It's like Little Nightmares 2 is first. You are Momo, you meet Six. The world is just weird, deranged, and just dangerous. Or listening to the audio podcast. Oh yeah, there is an audio podcast. Oh, I forgot about that. I remember hearing about that. It's like Momo is like contacting his past when he's older because his powers is weird. It's about like TVs and electronics for some reason. And whether or not he's also affecting everybody in town because they're also like, like just glued to the screens from his, whether or not he's affecting the past that heavily or he's only affecting it when he's like his past self is affecting it, making this complicated sounding. I don't know. I like to think he actually is, his older self is causing that much of a like strong force, causing the world at least a little bit to be screwed up. Trying to prevent himself and stop Six because Six is definitely like a dangerous entity, and of course Six gets away and betrays Momo, and Momo becomes his adult version to go try to stop his past. Now, whether or not Momo's in the first game, because there's a theory that he's hanging himself with a note in the ship. I don't know. I don't think so. But then Six just being there is just weird. I think they're still planning on doing a series or movie on it. It'll be interesting if it happens. Something like Caroline. Oh, yeah, definitely like Caroline. Yeah, cause a movie on Little Nightmares would be a fun watch, I would say. Because it's just the story is just interesting. I have no clue. It's just like, I feel like anyone can take their own interpretation on Little Nightmares, and it would make just as much sense as any other interpretation, I feel like. Because Little Nightmares is just interesting. It's like the Inside. That game was weird too. How you just end in that game, which is a blob. It's like no story, no nothing. There probably was a bunch of secret story because I know there's Easter eggs, secret like odd things you can find. I never did, but without all that, it's just another like one of those like weird games. I'm personally a big fan of it. It's just I don't know. It's always fun and interesting to like, dive into something that's just weird. Now, what goes over the edge for me is Shipwrecked 64. Shipwrecked 64 is a fun game, and I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed the creepiness. That game definitely was freaky. And I never actually finished it. I'm going to be honest, a little too scared. But also because I was getting pissed off a little bit. The overall of the game. Because, like, it was ARG, and it's kind of, like, wanting you to do ARG things. And I'm not I don't like going above and beyond for ARG. Like, goddamn, I'm gonna be honest, I did not know how to fuck do any of those puzzles. Too confusing on both story, gameplay, and area. Yeah, it was just... That game is a game you would play for streaming, plus you're doing it with the entire community trying to figure out stuff. That's that type of game. And I'm not going against it. I definitely like it when a game does that, so everyone gets involved and tries to solve a mystery, and everyone's trying to figure it out. It's cool that way, and it adds a lot more creepiness to a game. Sitting down and trying to play on one sitting, after effect, blind, is never going to be a good outcome, I don't think. I definitely do say, though, that game is scary. It is definitely a scary game. Very visually scary. So I give it credit. And apparently there's a sequel. Will I play the sequel? I'm not going to play it alone. It didn't take account loners playing it. Yeah, exactly. Just playing it by definitely, which sucks because I feel like that type of game playing it alone is it is scary. For me, I was trying to recreate like the I'm scared experience for me. Because that game is definitely freaky. I feel like if it didn't have the ARG and the extreme puzzles, it definitely probably would have been on the tier with I'm Scared, with like how scary it is. But because of how I'm Scared is a lot more simpler, so it's like a lot more easier to grasp, it skyrocketed as Shipwreck 64 with how complicated its puzzles. It kind of just stayed where it's at. A flow of being terrifying, but just not skyrocketing. For me, at least. That's just me. Been trying to find a game like I'm Scared because I want another good experience like that. Like the closest I got was playing there's a few things I got close to that. My House.wad was definitely close, but I hate myself so much because just because of fucking food. I was eating food, saw a YouTube video, and I was like, Doom mod? Click. Thinking it was like an old Doom mod, and then realizing it was a thing that released like literally that year. And I'm eating, I'm like, oh, that's so cool and creepy. And I'm like, wait. Oh, and it's like something I wish I actually experienced blind rather than just playing it for the video. Whiteface doesn't want to be replaced. He really fucking does. Until the console version of I'm Scared releases, he's always gonna be just the #1 guy that scares me. It's just, at this point, I might as well get a tattoo of Whiteface. The first tattoo I ever get is Whiteface, honestly. At this point, he's haunting me. So might as well engrave him on me. Maybe he'll stop. Maybe I'll get rid of the curse. There's been like, if you look at every Halloween day, like you can tell there's certain games that like I pick just to replace I'm Scared. There's another game I think was called like, it was called something. It had like 3 eyes as the logo from what I remember. And it was also like a freaky 2D game. And I tried to replace that, but it just never. Remember what that video was called? Been trying to find a good video covering the mod. It was called, oh, I know. Oh, fuck. What was it called? It was like a deep dive into myhouse.wad. It was like an hour or 2 long video, and it was covering like basically everything on that mod. It was the one I first saw. I don't remember the name of it though, but I remember the thumbnail was like it's gray and bluish, if that helps. Does not help. But you could check out my video. I cover the mod. I didn't cover everything. I only cover like the base game, and I thought my ending edit for it was nice because I did play the song even though I got claimed. But no, I wish I experienced that blind because that definitely would have been a good experience. You know, weirdly enough, a weird experience that like I love just weird stuff like that. I got that same experience when I watched the Peter Griffin versus Deadpool rap battle. I got that same like bewilderment wonder watching that for some reason. If you don't know what that video is, I highly recommend watching it. Even if you're not a big fan of rap battles type videos, that video was definitely just fucking weird. It's just definitely a weird watch. It gave me like the same vibes I got from like the Lasagna Cat stuff. That was just weird to watch. It was just like, I was just watching it bewildered. I was like, I had to show everybody I knew. I was like, have you seen this? Oh, check this out. Check this out. It was just, the ending bars of that song is crazy to me. Oh man, it's like, what was it? I'm trying to remember how he says it. He's like, he thinks that, what was this? Oh, what's his name? Well, what's his name? He thinks Steph MacFarlane will go straight to heaven. He'll be with me. He'll die on 9/11. It's like so crazy. Seen the rap battle, but crazy compare. Yeah, it is a crazy. It gave me that same vibe though. It gave me that same like, what am I watching? This is like a rabbit hole I'm going down. It's so weird. It was definitely like an experience to watch. It gave me like the same weird feeling that my House.wad gave me. Not like the vibe I got from like I'm scared. I'm scared was just terrifying. It's like a nightmare. That one gave me the vibe Doki Doki first gave me when I first played that when it first came out. Been wanting to find stuff similar like that too. It's hard to find like a spooky surprise horror game that's good. It's like nearly impossible. Because then you find like good, like decent ones, and then you find like ones that are just terrible, or ones that are just like missing the point. I don't know. I can never find anything on the same level. It's always been a like letdown, honestly. Nightmare. That's funny. But yeah, that stuff is like always fun to play for Halloween and all that stuff. This Halloween, I have no clue what I'm gonna do actually for like the main day. Stream where you hunt for the new. I'm scared. I'm just the streams be scrolling on itch and then Steam. I'm like, come on. I don't trust that. Steam keeps recommending me not good games, and by not good games, I'm not talking about games that are terrible. I mean the ones that if I show, I can get banned. So I don't want to go through Steam. I don't know why. I think it's because of the new Visa thing that's been going on recently, which I remember Alex was very adamant against. I'm putting him on blast. Yeah. He doubled down. That's the funny part. But yeah, I've been looking. Been constantly looking for something good. I even play a horror game like literally in 2 in the morning because I'm like, oh, this horror game would be pretty good. I've been seeing its screenshots look good, and I got pissed off. I'll definitely will upload that, but it pissed me off because it was a observation duty game. God, I don't like that genre. That genre pisses me off. I don't expect to play a game, and then the game is just like I Spy. It's just don't like that genre. I don't know if there's any newer games coming out that's like that anymore, but for the little short lifespan it had, I'm glad it died because it was just not fun and it's not scary in my opinion. It has potential to be good and scary, but I felt like because it's a game and because it would be obvious if it was just scary, it has to throw in a bunch of bullshit, and the bullshit is so like too much, and it ruins the game for me. I need to put my phone on vibrate. This is like the 8th time I said this today. And I'm still not doing it. I'm just turning my phone off as soon as I looked at my notification. The genre is pretty much alive and in a lot more slop than ever. Oh, that's so not good to hear. I hate that genre so much. It like actually it blue balled me. I'll say it. I bought that game. I'm like, oh, this game looks scary. This game is gonna be good. And then as soon as I got to like the beginning game, I sat there and I'm like, no. And I hate myself because I actually beat it. I actually sat down and wasted an hour of my life beating it. I didn't even beat the original one I played because that one I was just not fed. I was fed up with it. But that one I actually sat down and actually was like, oh, I'll beat it because I spent money on it, hard earned cash on that. Pisses me off. Hate that genre. It's so boring. That's just my only complaint. It's just boring. It's not scary. Refund it. No shame in it. No, I can't. It's on my Steam profile. It has achievements. It's a permanent record. It will stay there forever. Sooner or later, I'll 100% it. And so I have a perfect game under my Steam belt. And then I have something to look at with anger. But it's just boring. That's my only complaint. It's just not scary. It's just kind of, it's just not fun. Like, when it can be scary, I definitely get in like the ooh, but then like that's like broken up with like 7 hours of fluff of just, oh, this cup is moving. So fucking boring. Multi Assistant was good though. That game made me think of Multi Assistant because that same graphics. Multi Assistant was a good game. New Duck? Okay, what? The new duck does not fall from the sky? Or is like the max 42? Oh, don't tell me that's actually the max. Okay, now it's going up. Got me a little nervous. I thought we had to change the actual map again. And show off like something different. But no, that game, the one I played was just not fun. It was just boring. Had a lot of good moments, I would say. At least funny wise. Scary, maybe a little bit scariness in it, but barely. And then I'm going to have to cut 90% of it out. And so it'll be like a 20 or almost a 30-minute video probably. Most likely like 28 minutes, I would roughly say. Too bad it's an hour video, so gotta have to watch it all to see what to leave in and what to leave out. But I'll do it because it's not a scrapped video. The curse of the new game, copycats. Honestly, not even like good copycats. Just annoying. Hate that genre. So boring. Other than that, though, I haven't seen any good new horror games out. Wait, come on. Can my chair not move? There we go. It was stuck on something. Just wanted to get a little closer so I can lean back. Or sit up straight more. I haven't seen any good new horror games, though, out for a good while. I guess that's a good thing that I'm just playing old stuff. Because obviously I haven't played any, all horror games. So it's not like I'm dying to see something new. I could just go play something that's old that I have never experienced. Like, there's still another Penumbra. When will I get to that? I don't know. When I'll get to that. Penumbra, I forgot the plot to that game, to be fair, now that I bring it up. It's like something to do with, like, worms. There's a horror game from the original Poppy devs before they left called Dead Set. Dead Set, that does sound familiar. Gonna be honest, that does sound familiar. Forgot that game existed. Yeah, Penumbra? I forgot the story. I remember that game because it's like the predecessor to Amnesia. So it's kind of like a thing I think of in the back of my mind. When I think of Amnesia, it's like, oh yeah, and then like before Amnesia was this game. There's like a third one. I forgot the lore to the Penumbra though. Got like kind of crazy in that second one with like a god or something talking to me. Being like, we've lived here all the time. Or something. We'll spare you, Timothy. And I'm like, thank you, I guess. And there's a third one after this. Like, what do I do? I don't know if they're connected that crazily. I know they are connected because I remember the beginning and ending of those games, but weird game franchise. Have you heard of Mr. Pompey's Extraordinary Quiz? No, but the way that's phrased and name might give you a scare vibe. Okay, now that you say that, I might be a lot more interested. The way that's named and titled makes me think it's the Impossible Quiz. If anyone remembers the Impossible Quiz. I'm not crazily... I love the Impossible Quiz because I love how stupid it is, but that's also dated, so I might have some stuff that's dry now. Not a fun experience. It's definitely not a fun experience. This dude actually trying to beat just one thing you do once. That's what that sounded like. I thought you were giving me an Impossible Quiz game that's going to piss me off. But that, now that you say that, scare vibes, might have to look into that. Remember only from Markiplier's video? Yeah, I feel like that's where most people remember it. I remember seeing it in school a lot and make people playing it and then seeing how far they can go. And then seeing like videos online about it. Like, I think Smosh played it, I think. Did Smosh play it? I know PewDiePie did. I think I watched PewDiePie play it. And then I saw Markiplier. Yeah, the Possible Quiz is just a bitch. But that's its purpose, so I guess it's just funny. It's like 2012 humor. Quiz games like that are it's like a little like guilty pleasure, I feel like. This fucking duck is constantly flying up and down. I'm surprised he's still. I kind of wish he just like flies over the edge here. I'm not wishing on his downfall. I'm just kind of praying. It's free and it's short, so it should be a breeze to get through. Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome to hear. Yeah, I'll definitely look into it. So many ducks died. I mean, this duck is just kind of chilling. This duck's drowned. There's like 2 ducks that are actually drowned. This duck just hasn't moved at all. This duck is actually stuck out of bounds. Oh my god, I actually didn't realize how many ducks are just kind of fucked. There's probably some ducks up here that's screwed up. And ducks. Never had a rubber ducky when I was a baby. So this is unrelatable to me. See, what I did is I drowned most of the time, so. And I had a Tobey Maguire thing for some reason. Oh, I don't remember what that was about. I think it came in those like McDonald's toys when the movies came out. The fuck? Just me being weird. That's all. I'm a very weird person, I guess. Hey, funny enough, I did get all fucking how many star bits for Mario Galaxy 2, so I just have to do the comment medal. I could easily do that. It wasn't fun sitting there and grinding all the star bits to max out the bank, which is something I didn't know was a fucking requirement for that game. Certified duck moment. Hi, Cloudy. Hi, Cloudy. Cloud, certified duck moment. Yeah, this is like the moment of truth, whether or not the 42 goes up to a 43. Because there might be a duck limit. Which is kind of weird to say out loud. And if so, I might have to change the map. The goat. If not, and it goes up to 43, then we'll chill here. 43! Oh my god! It's a disco duck. Now, where would he be? Party. Oh, his music stopped to me. What's the bit here? There is no bit. This is more of like a Q&A. I'm just kind of chilling. I'm trying to stay up because my sleep has been kind of screwed up. My sleep has been kind of screwed up. I keep sleeping at this point, actually. And then waking up at the end of the day, like at 2 in the morning or like 1 in the morning or whatever the hell. And then rinse and repeat. So this is just kind of fixing my sleep stream. It's kind of a chill. Just chilling. Not really a bit. Nice, nice. Not gonna lie, my brain ran out of things to talk about. I actually was able to keep the train on going for a minute. For like a good hour and 24 minutes, which I think is a pretty good record of just constantly talking and conversating, I guess. But now I can't think of anything new because I can't bring out something and just start talking about it as a conversation. My brain juices are diminished. It's like, kind of talked about anything I could think of at the top of my head, at least recently. When are you going to talk about the allegation? I'm not! Shut the fuck up, Cloud! There is no allegations! That's something you'd totally say, too. When are you talking about the allegations? Such a stupid bit. What have you even got? What allegations are you making up? Aren't you on a trip anyways, Cloud? So why is you even in the chat? Wait, you're not home. How are you gonna even do Black Ops? Yeah, play dumb. That's totally gonna work. Go fuck yourself, Cloud. Such a stupid bit. I have no beef with anybody. I like to think I'm a peaceful spirit. I'm at home at the moment. I leave this afternoon. Damn. Go tell Nolan. Because Nolan's wanting to play zombies. And I'm guessing that's going to be at midnight. No. Well, I couldn't care less. Don't have storage. Don't have. I'm gonna put you on full blast right now. Cloudy will have videos, and then you'll just delete them. Like you'll have them edited, and you just get rid of them. He had he has different reasonings for each time he does that. He had a peak video already done, but he said it was missing something and it didn't feel right, so he just got rid of it. They're not good enough, man. Don't you have a second channel to upload just raw footage? You and Demise both started doing something like that just so you could get rid of PC storage. Aren't you? Cloudy 2 hasn't seen anything. Have you even finished uploading the Black Ops series? I don't think you even have. Which is actually kind of shocking because I could have sworn you were going to outpace me on that because you were starting up. You got an amazing head start on doing that. Trust in the method, Lamau. I'm not doubting the method. I'm not going to bastard. I still have videos I still need to publish too. That I've been sitting on my PC for. I think the child duck just died. He's behind the chair now. The BLCs ain't that hard to edit, though. True. Well, wouldn't that encourage you just to edit it and get it done with? Because, if they're not that hard to edit, and I know they're, hour-long videos, just might as well just get them out of the way so you got some storage. That makes sense, most logically. After the video Monday. Do you care to explain what the video is going to be Monday, Cloud? You want to share to the class? Or do we have to wait until Monday? It's just going to be a BBO3 vids and maybe a Left 4 Dead video. Okay. Nice. Oh, definitely. Monday is the BF6 video. Battlefield 6? Okay. I'll look forward to that. Because definitely something that doesn't have me. Because I'd never played Battlefield. But you know what videos that do have me? So if you go to the channel and you scroll all the way down to the section called Other, there should be a playlist in there called Other Videos I'm In. I put every single video that I'm in that's not on my channel. So every Ghost stream, every Alex stream, every video that I'm a part of, it's there. If you can't get enough of it, I'm going to stop promoting myself. Amazing segue. It is something I constantly do. Every time someone's streaming, I immediately put that in my playlist as soon as I'm in the video call. It's basically seeing more of me, but that's not of me. Of the channel. Oh, on the channel. That other tab I have, I just been putting whatever in there. I put Hunter Carrington's playlist in there too, I feel like. And I'm definitely going to probably put more playlists in there the more I do caricatures. Been meaning to record Musically Cartilage for a minute. It's just that building the courage to actually play a game that's gonna kick my ass. I've been also like unironically, but like unsure if I want to do it. I wanted to stream as Hunter Carrington, but like the game I've been wanting to stream on might make me break character a lot more often than I would care to like to do. So I've been debating whether or not I should, or if I should just not stream it and just try to record that game. And then, even though it might be like 7 hours, it's definitely been something I've been considering a lot. Like that, every time it's Monday and I am going to stream, it's been like a thought that passes through my head. Snail, Gary. Did you see Chris Harrison is investing in Roblox after many one-off jokes about it in the Minecraft video? Yeah, I have seen Chris. I literally was on Twitter with Ghost, and I just said like, "Oh my god, I thought he was retired." And Ghost is like, "When the world needed him most, he's arrived." Do it? Okay, I'll definitely get around to doing it. Hunter Carrington stream. I did tease what his next journey was going to be in the end of the Bigfoot video. I like the idea that Hunter Carrington is just hunting weird things and not just being a hunter. He's just a monster hunter, I guess. It's kind of funny. I also like the ongoing joke that he's actually just he's not a werewolf, but might be a Wendigo because he was raised by deers. Because of Oh Deer, he technically as him, Azra was playing as the deer. So I like to think that he's actually might be a Wendigo. But like, obviously I can't do a bit with that without a game having a good bit thing around it. Just a weird. I keep adding weird stuff to these caricatures I made of myself that makes them their own character. Hunter Carrington was just me, like just. Well, I don't even know how he started. He started off as Natural Geographic Bunsey as a comment, because I was just making it seem like as a show playing Scroll Stapler. Now he became a caricature, and now because of playing Oh Deer, he became a deer. My crazy luck always makes this stuff naturally flows. And then I played Siren Head. And then the Wendigo was just in there for some reason. And he was chill. So it just kind of adds. So now I'm like, okay, well, now I like to think that Hunter Carrington, he's a guy who's raised by deers. He might be a Wendigo. Like, maybe at the full moon, he might become a Wendigo or something. Maybe he has antlers under that hat. Who knows? And he's a monster hunter. So that the whole Bigfoot video, I was making a whole bit that Bigfoot was just messing around with Wendigos. That's why we have a beef. That was like the bit I was carrying through as Hunter Carrington. And, it's just natural. I feel like him and Wendigos are kind of chill now. Very weird how that flows and how that works, but I guess that's his caricature. Musically, Cartilage hasn't anything interesting. He's just... I'm going to be honest, when I start making videos, I can already tell what the first bit is going to be. So he's probably a guy who cheated in school, because he's definitely not going to be a good musician. Because I'm not a good musician. I can't play that off. I'm not good at rhythm games. So he's definitely going to be a fraud character. I feel like. Maybe I'll lock in. Who knows? Definitely locked in for the Deltarune bit in that chapter. But that wasn't hard. And then there's like other characters I have that I have yet maybe just shown. One of them has been referenced a lot, and I actually have recorded 2 videos, but I wanted to finish the game. Chef Tendance. If you will go to Alex's channel and watch his played up that he's referenced, I think once or twice. Dog failed those smiling critters ripoff. Talking about I think what was I forgot their name, but yeah, I know what you're talking about. He did put his hat in shame. And then like Chef Tendance is definitely a character I made only because of a joke. He might be paraplegic because of the character I'm playing as in the game. That might be a thing that might have came off of him. Don't know if that will continue because I can't. There's not a lot of good cooking games. And weirdly enough, another character that has been made accidentally, but because of Alex's stream. So if you don't watch Alex's streams, this is gonna sound so random and so out of place. But if you know the streams, you know the bit. But I guess he's a character now. Made Bonesy. Play up streams is S tier plus. They are pretty good. I love played up. It only became more enjoyable when the game had a workshop and then we saw how there was made outfits. And now Alex is doing Minecraft backrooms, and then I was like, oh, I want to join, and now I have Lamel went from Skyrim to Fenboy. Yeah, it's weird how it goes. Made Bonesy, the Ballad of Made Bonesy. He's a played up. He runs the house, and now he's just in the back rooms in Minecraft. And now he has a box on his head, which I guess is part of his character, because Zion kind of like loved the idea of him having a box on his head. Kind of pisses me off because I like the idea of all these characters I have that weren't me, but was showing my face, had like a joke. Like musically cartilage, it's your ears, it's the stuff your ears are made out of. Chef tendons, I mean, that one's kind of harder to explain, but like ligaments and tendons, yeah, it's a bit of a stretch. Hunter Carrington's like the stuff your nails are made of. Doctor Who type shits. Oh, yeah, but Made Bonesy is just Made Bonesy. I was going to say Made Boxy because he had a box on his head, but like, I don't know. I didn't feel right, so I was just going to stay Made Bonesy for the time being until I do think of a good name. His life sucks, I guess, because he just goes to the back rooms at some point during his fucking career. So that's upsetting, I guess, for him. And there is another character I have, but I've been holding him for like in secret for a little bit. I actually do have a game that might segue to exposing who he is, but I don't want to say what that game is because then it'd be obvious what the next game would be after it. But I definitely been holding on to that character for a good while because he actually is the one that I fully will dress up for. I actually I have his costume for the longest time in the back, just in a drawer somewhere, still in like a Spirit Halloween bag that I just haven't opened yet. Will the videos of his be funny? Probably not. But it's the effort I would go. Because everyone else is just hats. He doesn't have a hat, so I have to kind of go above and beyond. I'm actually surprised the hat I got was for the other character. Because it came with goggles. And I just ripped the goggles off. But I was like, what's this hat for? Musically cartilage now. Whitey. Can't believe I named him Whitey. I kind of love making these characters though. Sir Boltsy, because of the Portal video. Sir Boltsy, I guess, is another character of mine. That's a variant of me. Quack. Hi Grim, welcome back. Or you've always been here and now you said something again. Sir Boltsy is a funny name. I think Sir Boltsy is funny because it's just the opposite of like my name, but it's also a robot, so it's bolts instead of bones. Oh, it's a funny joke. Now I just got back. Welcome back. Teely. A character that technically I've made, and I would love to show it off more, but it's impossible. And it's all because of Ghost's streams, is Withered Bonesy, which is just evil me. I don't know why, but ever since that stream debuted, I've been engrossed with this character that I've made. It's just impossible to actually use him in anything because of what that character is. That was like the only time I was actually playing as him. It's just been something I've been extremely engrossed by. Just constantly thinking about. Just unable to use them. It's like he's put away and it's like just glass and I'm just staring. It's like, please. Withered Bonesy, please. Oh. Him in his like pink entire suit with a blue tie. Was gonna add like a little more detail if I could have, but Minecraft textures wouldn't allow me with designing the little textures I wanted on his like chest part. Green Goblin, ah. Hey, it's not a split personality. It's supposed to be something else. It's just another. It's just me. Just another me. Withered Bonesy is just like. It's a. I like that character. Another. I don't. I'm pretty sure I mentioned this, but another behind the scenes is I really wanted to do a song during that stream. I was like all this close to getting what I wanted, but my own self-doubt stopped like the major chunk of it, and the other self-doubt was getting the others to actually agree with it, but they would have agreed to it, which is kind of scary. But then I'm like, oh, I'm not singing live. This is definitely not gonna happen live on air. There's gonna be so many mistakes, and it's gonna be so ass. And before you send your messages, how to lock yourself out. Honestly, and before anyone says what the song was going to be, I'm not gonna say. Gonna keep that one a little secret, only because I don't like. Oh, I don't want to expose myself any further. It's not a good song that it leaves a good impression on me. But damn, really do like the color scheme of Withered Bonesy. Definitely something that was just different. Because like I had an inverted skin for Minecraft where it was like all white suit, black shirt, blue tie. But then I didn't want to use that because I did use it before in the past. So I was like, no, I don't want to use that. And then I just made him pink. And I'm like, huh, that works. Kept the blue tie, kept the white shirt though. Oh no, I didn't keep the blue tie. I made the tie blue because the tie is purple now. But I made like the tie blue, kept the white shirt, pink entire suit. And I'm like, this kind of works. And then I called it a day. I just threw it in editing software, highlighted the suit part, and I just changed the color filter. I didn't even like actually like pixel art anything. Kind of just was lazy with it. And then I even did like a whole bit that instead of having Scully, because Scully is like my little companion, his was cranium, just another word for skull. But it's a wither skull. It's so stupid. He's a very funny character, I feel like. If you haven't watched that stream, I do highly recommend it. It's on Ghost's channel somewhere. I don't know what it was called. It's definitely part of season 2 though. It's like one of the few characters he's like one of the few characters I made that I actually really like. I also had to use another one of the characters I really like that predates all of them. But that's besides the point. Doing him was cool. Can't do him again because the app for the microphone doesn't want to open anymore for some reason. Have to admit, Loud Ghost was making the cranny bit annoying by not giving it up. Yeah. Well, Ghost is good at doing that. Ghost is good at carrying a bit. I think one of the times where we were streaming Hereburns Mansion, at the end of the stream, Alex was like, Ghost was pissing me off. He kept getting in the way. He was just being annoying on purpose. I was just laughing. I was like, that's why I was alone. Because friendly fire wasn't on, so he just blocked your attack, and then you get attacked. It was just... And then I was getting slightly annoyed at the Craney bit, because the whole point I tried doing was Craney was not supposed to be good, and he's like, oh, he's friendly. And he just didn't want to give it up. And I was like, give me the skull. Let me get rid of it. So, yeah, he carried it a little bit, a little too far. Sadly, he's not going to stop that bit. But that's just Ghost. He was really leaning into the role. Yeah, he really was. He really was leaning into it. Pisses me off because that final fight scene too, in that stream where I was Withered Bunsey and it was me and him. He got his first dub only for the sole fact that I stopped and I opened the game chat to message Alex, like whispered to him because he was spectating, hey, change his game mode. Because I thought, because he was an adventurer and I was in survival so I can break stuff. I thought I couldn't kill him or he couldn't kill me. So I was trying to tell in the whisper, like, hey, change his game mode. And as I'm typing, he just jumps in and attacks me twice with another right sword that's enchanted, as I had a stone sword enchanted. Didn't have a chance, and then he's like, oh, wow, he really fell for the surprise attack. I kind of a little irritated. Audience response, make it stop. a little irritated, because I want to drag out and actually have a fight scene. And I died immediately, and I was like, damn it. This kind of pissed me off. And then the book I wrote that book in like less than 2 hours. So yeah, I have some spelling mistakes. And I tried to get my point across with my character lore, and it didn't come across. Retcon moment. Yeah, honestly, retcon moment. Kind of irritates me as well. That my book didn't get its point across. I was trying to get the point across that the Bones character isn't like a character that has multiple variants. It's a character that is consistently existing. Or either like there could be multiple overlapping at the same time. They're just, oh look, Sir Boltsy's here. He's like coffee, I think. He's like a coffee pot. I was trying to get a point that Bonesy's character is just more of like a circle of a bunch of lines that sometimes cross back into each other to make for continuity, which is why he's like doing multiple different things in different lores. Like Alex and Bonesy lore, that's technically happening consistently along with everything else I'm doing as well, but it's the same person. So like sooner or later they'll slowly merge into like one. But they're separate right now, so they can't reference each other. At least that's complicated as fuck when it put like that. But yeah, that's how I envision the character, I think. I try my very best to reference a lot of stuff like that. Like the caricature. If I was asked, "Have you slain a dragon?" I try to think of games that was me. Technically, I have like playing games, but playing Skyrim, I'm playing as Bones Room. So he is like not me, I guess. So I can't use any of the times he's killed a dragon as me killing a dragon. So I usually try to think of like other examples for caricature reasons, because I'm just weird. I just like lore and story. Continuity. Ghost's whole lore is that there's like a bunch of different ghosts. There's a council, so it's like Rick and Morty, which is, I feel like he fails upon realizing when I jokingly say his like real name and then his real, like I don't say his real last name, I say Sanchez. I feel like this doesn't dawn upon him that I'm making fun of like his lore too a little bit, because his loud ghost council, the Rick council, slightly make jabs at that because it's not intentional. At least he didn't make that intentional. I just think it's funny. His whole lore is that like every ghost died a tragic death. They have a nexus point, and most of it involves me getting them killed. So they all hate me. Not all of them. That's his lore, and that would imply each version of ghosts have their own version of Bones, which kind of contradicts what my interpretation is for the character, I guess. Tried explaining that in that book. Wrote it in 2 hours. Give me a break. It's like I didn't have all the time in the world to write this, especially since I wrote it in call. Well, so I'm hearing like other people chat back and forth as I'm just quietly like, and I'm sitting there like, no. I rewrote that book twice too. I delayed the entire book and rewrote it. So like, there was a worser version. Conflicting ideals will happen like that. Yeah. So I like to think that like on his channel, you're kind of going along with what his thing is, and then like on my stuff, you'll probably go along with what mine stuff is. Especially when it comes to another character that is on his stream, which is like a character I try to use very little of, Shadowy Man. Character of mine. It's not his, even though he probably has appeared on his channel more frequently. Especially since it was the first time I actually played as his Minecraft skin for a bit, and I actually talked as him. Very want to use that character very little. Unless you make it extremely explicitly clear. Yeah, remember that. Yeah, Shadowy Man's a character that predates a lot of these other characters I've made. I am back. Anyways. Shadowy Man, character of mine that I made long time ago. I like to use him very little. His thing, although I won't describe it fully, is a major contradiction character for all of Ghost's lore. So like that's why I'm trying to use him very little. He kind of goes against like that whole thing with him 100%. And I'm trying to use him in a way that could make sense. Well, that exists, the Ghost Council, but those two ideals are so conflicting, like extremely conflicting. For better or for worse, the ideal of Shadowy Man is that he is a god that oversees every universe, and he's basically in control of that. And he monitors it, and he like fixes errors and fixes mistakes. So his ideal is that watching, and he calls them hoppers, people who jump in and play games or whatever, and the like human beings. They're like jumping in the waters, and then he fixes it and rewinds it like back to where canon and all that stuff is. Like a player can play Minecraft and do whatever they want. So like that's its own little mixture. But playing like, let's say, Undertale, you can do genocide or pacifist. And when you're done playing the game, then it goes back and gets refixed and reverted. That's what that's all about. That's his character. Ghost Council is like the ghost count. Loud Ghost's lore is that all the ghosts jump in and do their own multiversal stuff, and then they do their own fixing and error fixing and all that stuff. Conflicting. So I tried to use him very sparingly, so especially since Shadowy Man's not an easy character to use anyways. Because he follows more along with the actual stories I write rather than the Bonesy character I've made for the channel. And trust me, if I really wanted to, I can go balls to the wall and explain like my whole story that I made inside my brain with my personal characters and spill beans for probably like 2 hours. X-Men meets Invincible sounding, speaking of Ghost. Yeah, it kind of is. It kind of like that. Especially Invincible, because I definitely do plan on using the Invincible theme for a special type of edit for Ghost in the near future. Just don't want to spoil what that is. But yeah, definitely kind of like Invincible inspired, I would say. Whether intentional or not. Me, on the other hand, I don't know what story comparison it can be compared to, other than the fact that Bonesy himself is just an idiot. And whether or not it's good-willed or not good-willed is, I guess, up into interpretation. I think I'm good. We just ignore the genocide and the off playthroughs of me destroying an entire race or a universe. We kind of ignore that. As you can very much tell, I like making stories. With the proof being with all this YouTube channel story that I've been... but I'm going to be honest, most of the Ghost stuff, other than like including what he wants, me and Alex write the shit. Because Ghost doesn't do anything on his own accord. or it's all fucking improvised on the spot on a stream. So that shit's always just being randomly put together. Alex and Bonesy lore is mainly me putting it all together. And anything else in between is just usually me. I'm going to be honest. Like 90% of any storytelling is just me putting it together. Because I want to. I feel like I'm pretty good at it, at least. I'm pretty confident in like my storytelling abilities and most of the stuff I do. Which is why I have like a whole gigantic story in my brain of characters that will probably never see the light of day. One of them actually has. I guess two, because Shadow Man is one of them. One of them actually has an old YouTube videos of mine. But that's when he was born and created, and then I took that and did something else with him. Eight ball. But yay. Oh, and I guess the getaway is like a little insight of my actual lore. I can do a deep dive on that video right now. I love the getaway. If you've never seen the getaway, once again, the getaway is pretty good. Mudkip and Bonesy phase 1 equals Muck to the final series. Kind of hitting close to like what the ending of the series is. Kind of hitting a little close to the actual ending of that series. Not gonna lie, like I wouldn't say it's a spoiler because I think it was mentioned, but definitely hitting close to home with the prediction there. But yeah, the getaway is definitely like the closest I think I've gotten to showing off my actual character lore. And it's like a one-off thing, I would say. Like it's a one-off. Like the characters in that video, other than like the antagonist, I guess, in that video, they're not important characters. They're just an aspect. I remember that video. Yeah, that's like the closest I've gotten to showing off the actual lore I've had. It mentions like a very important character, and it mentions two important characters. I could do like a whole deep dive right now, but I don't want to pull it up in the stream because then I'll have to show my YouTube feed and all that, and I feel like I'm cooked. But just going off my memory, it shows like the newspaper, and it shows like and if you pause and read that newspaper, it's all unique dialogue or unique stuff that's written. It's not just a default newspaper thing we downloaded. Duckstream 3 getaway. maybe I do. That video holds near and dear because I like that video a lot, especially since it has a split path, which I didn't actually think about because Widget wrote that in himself. The true ending for that series is what I initially planned. Not like everything else. Like how it's all animated, it was all Widget's creative freedom, but the in general story is what I made. He added the good ending, or the false and good ending. Did not plan that. Did not even think about that. And I enjoy it a lot. I do enjoy it. Because it's not a true ending. The true ending is, I think his name is Jeffrey Jones. He's supposed to die. He's supposed to be dead. He's not even like a main character, or he's not even a side character. He's just a character that exists in that universe I've made. And so yeah, Jeffrey Jones is not supposed to be that important. So his canon ending is he's supposed to be dead. Good ending, I guess, is he survives, and he is not a good person anyways. But I digress. Widget would go so far to say that he thinks the entire video itself is not canon. I disagree because he's not the story writer of that damn my story. I think it's canon to the part of that perspective. If I actually do get to the point where I can actually animate or storyboard or do anything with this character story, I'm probably never going to show it off. Because it's not important to show what happens to Jeffrey Jones. It's not even supposed to be a thing you see. It's supposed to be just a name that's mentioned. And then you see his dead body, which is what and then the getaway showing it off. That's as far as that goes. Nah, I've been making that story for like the longest time. I actually do have an ending for it now. Has several endings. I feel like I'm digging myself a deeper hole the more I vaguely describe it. It's a series that I've made that is just kind of it's sci-fi, I guess. I guess sci-fi. I don't know. Sci-fi, science fiction, and it kind of starts off small and it keeps getting like bigger. This is the best way I can describe it. Has like 4 main characters. One of them barely used. And maybe if Zion is ever done with this game, we might get a game. For future discussions, and so no one steals your ideas. Honestly. That's the one thing. That's why I'm like always like scared about describing it, because I'm scared. Gang, did you not... I did not go to bed. Gang, I did not go to... That's why I'm streaming. I did not go to bed, Ghost. But yeah, I'm always scared to describe my characters and stories for the sole fact that it could be taken from me. And it scares me. I put so much love and care into these characters. And if someone takes them, it's going to be annoying, because the whole reason why they exist is like their characters are like fragments of me a little bit. So like I could get across those characters very well with what their struggles and their struggles. And like I could like put my own experiences into them. I'm out of the fear of every creator. Honestly, I'm just scared of like someone vandalizing my creations. Like, it's not a secret. So this character, I can like he's in my old videos. So it's not like I could say he's never been spoken about. But Officer James is a character I made. He's been in 2 videos, a Minecraft Halloween video, which I was just jokingly, and then a Garry's Mod video. You mentioned a game, and that sounds hype. Yeah, so there's like 2 game ideals I had, and then I would like to make them. Zion has definitely agreed to me that he wants to help me make a game. They're going to be completely weird. They're going to be completely not what you expected, honestly, if I do get around to making those. But definitely something I would love to do. I have to like dig, because I have a notebook drawing of one of these characters I have. And I'm not going to pull out. It's not going to help my allegations. Anyways. As I was saying, Officer James, not a secret character. He's in old videos, so it's not like I'm hiding him. I'm hiding the rest. That's one of the major main characters of the series. And he's a cop. Yeah. I'm trying to think of how else I could say without saying too much. He's pure of heart, I would say. He's a very pure of heart character. And he starts off doing normal stuff, and then the world around him is getting stranger and stranger, and he goes against a lot of like officers' orders, because his personal belief of the law shouldn't be dictated by like the fact that he's doing it as a job. That's his character. So like, even though he is an officer and he wants to go out and protect, it's a job, so he's constantly getting told not to do stuff. Like, hey, you need to back off, or this ain't your case, or yada yada. And he goes against that. That's his character. James Lossman. I got the clown. In my old videos too, the voice I gave him was just like, "Hello, I am Officer James, and this is my report." It's like the voice I gave him. It's like kind of a stupid voice I gave him. So I'm actually surprised I was able to snap into it though in my brain. Probably back then it sounded a lot different because I was a lot younger. But that's how I modernized his voice, I guess. Every other character I've made have their own personal beliefs, choices, and unique abilities. I think he's also mentioned in the Guilty as Sock video. He was mentioned in the Guilty as Sock video. Ghost randomly brought up that he was one of the 5 officers that investigated my stash of not safe for work images in the Guilty as Sock case against me being guilty of that. Which is why, that was the judge. And that's why right when he said James, I immediately was like, don't you dare mention his name. James is pure of heart. James will not be associated with crook cops because he would probably bust them. He'll probably immediately expose them for being bad cops. Jim Gordon, if he is locked in, that's pretty much who he is. He's pretty much that type of character. He has a special, unique ability about him that makes him a bit unique. He's not just a cop, to say the least. For at least in Mike's lore. But yeah, he's basically just Jim Gordon if he locked in. James will go against his orders to just help. He's just helping people. He puts himself more at a disadvantage to help people. He's just pure of heart. If the flying Nimbus was there, he could ride the flying Nimbus. Is what I'm trying to say. Or he can lift Thor's hammer, I guess, because he is worthy, or whatever the analogy you can use. Were you able to replace your VR headset? I have not been able to replace my VR headset. It's also because it's expensive. And each time I'm thinking about it, it's the more I'm like, damn, that's so much money though. I am thinking about it though. Because I remember one time I was like, God, I need to go back to FNAF VR. It's just not VR. It's if it was a microphone, I could suck it up, or earphones. It's something I can easily just fix. VR headset's $300 at the very least, and then plus, depending on which one I get. So it's just easy route, flat mode. I could play FNAF VR just on PC. I just don't know if people would enjoy that because FNAF it's meant to be played in VR, and I think that's where the enjoyment comes from. I could very much easily play it just PC mode. I just feel like I'm taking away what should be what it is. But I have not forgotten about that. Let that be known. I have not forgotten about FNAF VR. Or the VR headset in general. Also, I'm just not a tech guy. So, I feel like manually fixing stuff is just not my expertise. I'm going to be honest. Not to throw shade either. It's not in Zion's either. You know, I went up to that man and I asked him to help me fix my SpongeBob randomizer. And as he was trying to figure out solutions and I was just sitting there waiting, I was tinkering and I fixed it myself. Rather wait for your headset to be replaced than play it the unintended way. I imagine this, so... Playing it playing it not in VR just kind of doesn't seem good. Kind of want to put myself through the torture of going through Funtime Foxy's auditorium. And then I got FNAF VR 2. Beat to buy a new one, then brush your head trying to fix it. Or bash your head trying to fix it. Yeah. It's looking like it might have to be like that. Because it's just annoying to have to fix it. Just with all of its issues. Hold on. I gotta move hold on, let me grab something real quick out of view. Okay, even though no one guilt tripped me and no one was talking about it, and I said I wouldn't, I don't give a fuck. So, one of the characters, I have 2 game ideas, and one of them is a very simplistic game. And I'm gonna be honest, it's probably gonna be the most like boring story. I'm gonna be honest, because I think the story is predictable. Although I'm still gonna tell it because I think it's an important game, at least in my opinion, especially for the lore I'm making. However, the second game I have, and Zion loves it when I described it. It doesn't help his allegations. I have it's a crazy ambition project for me. So I have crazy hopes for what I want in it. So I'm nervous of like I'm trying to lure him away from not making that one first because it's a very big one. I have artwork of the one of the characters in this game. Not I got an achievement. I have a drawing not made by me. Made by Mel actually. He drew it. He drew like a rough version of it down below. It's probably not even going to show because it's going to be so bright. Hold on, mate. Hold on. This might help. Let me just turn this off. So, there. That is like one of thy characters. He's not perfect how I imagine him because he has an ear flap. The ear flap I imagine wouldn't be there. Imagine it just be completely cut off. That is a character that I actually have artwork that exists outside of itself. That's not in my brain. And that character, I put a lot of care into making that caricature. He's supposed to be kind of like not a guide. He follows the main character around in each major town, is what I'll say. Maybe it's clear inspiration of Springtrap because of the ear. Maybe, not saying it, bunny action. He's not a bunny. The whole point of his character is like he's a hare and he hates being called a bunny. So like he's not one of those people. He's a hare. That's his whole character. He's supposed to be like, and I wanted to make it a visual difference too, where if you actually see bunny characters, he's actually visually taller too, because hares are supposed to be longer legs. Just because my brain's autistic, I was thinking like, okay, his themes, like if a game exists, the game will have themes and like little theme tracks. I feel like his theme would be like not a rabbit, it would be like one of his like casual themes, and then like serious scenes, it's like I'm a hare or something. I don't know. I'm quirky, I guess. I get around. That character I've been cooking for like... I made that character like 2 years ago, I feel like. Probably more than that. Bars. Thank you. He's a cool character. Now that... And then people... Now the question is going to be begged. Because now seeing that... Is James No, James is a person. James is a human being. And everyone in James's... world is humans. He's from a different thing. I'm not a furry, by the way, type shit. I'm not. I just made a character. Okay. I made a universe of people, and I realized one major flaw. It's hard to make human beings not only visually distinct, but names. Names was very hard. 90% of my human characters I've made, their names are pretty much generic names. The only thing unique is their last names. It's either like a language translation thing I did as a play on words of who that character was, or I just did like James Lossman. His last name is more of a play on that he lost somebody in his life. He loses his dad. He's James Lossman. He lost his man, like lost the man in his life. And his middle initial would be A, so it's James A. Lossman. It's like more of a play on words on him too. Or it's just a language thing. I can't think like one of them is like Tradesci or something, and it's meant to be like Italian, I think, or German. I can't remember which. And it's supposed to be like trader. It's one or two things I do with last names to make first name not just boring. And then I decided to make like, okay, let's just make that like a universe 1. And then I was like, okay, let's just do something else. And then I did a whole thing with animal characters. Then I realized James Lord Drop. I would it. And then I decided, okay, well, and then I decided to make those animal characters, and I realized making names is either a fun play on words on mythology, or I just don't give them a name because it's impossible to think of. It gets annoying just give them like, hi Steve. but it's like a like a whale or something. The character I just showed has a unique name. His name is Gears. But just saying, not a furry. But I'm just saying, I made it because I wanted to. It was actually very easy just to like make it because I actually looked into like animals and I was actually learning like stereotypes. That's not the right word. Looking into like their habitats and all that stuff. It was like very interesting. Dragon Ball naming conventions. Yeah, honestly, it really is naming conventions. That's probably where I get my weird name ideals. It's just Dragon Ball. Goku, Kakarot is just like carrot. Machinery names. Funny enough, I named Gears after that because of the fact that he's inspired off of Springtrap, and Springtrap's a robot. He has nothing to do with robots or the actual gear. That's just his name. Just a play on words of just what he's inspired off of. Last names are just more like mimicky and more just mockery, I guess. And so to counteract my entire terrible naming, my other universe I made, nobody has names. They're all just titles. And then I suck at making what they look like. So, I have some flaw in everything I do, I guess. It's making like this whole like grand scheme of themes of James sound so much more complicated. But yeah, that's like the glimpse of lore I guess you'll get from me from today. Unless anyone asks questions, because I'm not going to like dodge them completely. Maybe one of these duck streams, I'll just sit down and just maybe one of these days I'll make my members only stream for the first time. And then I'll just have a bulletin board. I'm just like, okay, so what you see. Nah, I'm not going to do that. The ideal that I could actually make a members thing, though, is stupid to me. Because it's just like, I don't want to make you guys pay for something exclusive. Just might as well show you. Fuck. Stupid. How many ducks do I have in here? Because I have not been paying attention to the ducks. 48. See, he is a fucking kettle. He's... Oh, I thought that was the clown. I was like, why is the clown on fire? Just kid duck. Okay, but like, you like lizards, so is there a character for your reptile autism? What if I told you one of the 4 main characters is a lizard? Fuck. Okay, but to be fair, when I finally made a good story with them, I felt pretty proud of myself. It's like, fuck. Funny enough, so in that animal game, one of the mini bosses I wanted to make, dog isn't surviving the allegations. I'm being cooked alive right now. But anyways, one of the mini bosses I wanted to make, and funny enough, it kind of already exists because Deltarune already kind of does it, but I wanted to take it in a different route. I wanted one of the characters to be a chameleon, but he's like super hyperactive, so his font keeps changing during his conversation, but not like font like custom made like, let's say, Tina from Deltarune. I wanted it just to be general, like actual font, like it'll be chiller font, and then it'll cut to like italics to bold to then it's just being just normal rainbow text to then just different colored text. I just wanted to keep changing his font. Just something simple, nothing like too dramatic. But yeah, I do have a lizard character for that, I guess. He's one of the main characters, and maybe Out of all the four main characters, he's the one with maybe a little more screen time. I'm just saying, there's nothing about that that's called favoritism. Just saying, does he have a unique name? Fuck no. I don't even think his last name is that unique. And his last name was like a last minute addition. His last name became a thing after, after his first story. And it's like, oh, now he has a last name. But I like him. He's a character I'm very touchy on too, because like how I envision him in my brain. It's like, no, I haven't met anyone that can actually truly visualize what I imagine him to look like. Even if I describe her now, you'll probably think of something you'll think of that doesn't match what I think of. So like, there'll be no point in trying. But yes. But he's like one of like the only lizard characters I've made, I think. The animal game, I just made a bunch of characters representing other animals. So I'm not counting them because I have no important lizard character there. Because there's more amphibians, I guess. Is that another person that sank? I didn't want to go to you! What the fuck am I following anyways? Build a duck. Go fuck yourself, build a duck. Following him for lore drops. Rocky and Righty. Build a duck. There's nothing interesting up there. It's just rot up there for all I care. Now I'm just kind of chilling. I feel like another hour and then I think I should be good with my sleep being fixed. Because then it'd be like midday. When do you think Dragon Ball Super's coming back? I don't have no clue. Dragon Ball Super is like a mystery to me. I don't know when the anime is coming back. I know the manga is also like on hold too, so like that could be even longer. I don't know. When do you usually sleep? There's like two answers. Usually if it's like I'm not working, I try to go to bed around like 11 before like 12 midnight. When I'm at work, I try to go to bed at like 2 p.m. Or after work, I go to bed at 2 p.m. Because I work overnights. So I start work at like 10 and I'm like up all night pretty much to the next day. And then I stay up as soon as I get home. That's my usual time. But when I'm not working, I try to keep like a normal day life. It's like sleep schedule, even it could screw me up a little bit. It's probably not healthy. But I've never been known to be healthy. So it's not something I care for. But no, Dragon Ball Super, God knows who, like, I don't know when that's coming back. I have not read the manga, so I haven't seen any of the new stuff anyways. I know the new stuff. It's not a mystery to me. Frieza Black, which is crazy. Alter Ego, Moro. But like plot and story wise and just panels, I have not actually really witnessed all of it or the plot. I do know they're doing something with Bardock, which I thought was interesting. But when it's coming back, I mean, the person who's running it now decided to say that he dodged the question about whether or not everything is canon. He can say slurs now. Yeah, Frieza Black. It's crazy. They gave the most racist guy the end pass. Kind of insane, if you ask me. It is kind of crazy that that's his new transfer. He looks cool, though. Can't lie. He's definitely going to be like the last arc. Has to. Because I don't know how else they can stretch out until, like, Oob. And then GT. Nah. But, now I don't know when, it's coming back. I feel like it's going to be a few more years, honestly. Everyone's still in the mourning process of Akira Toriyama. Even though it's been a while. Me personally, I haven't. The only anime I'm currently watching is JoJo's, and I haven't even watched that in a good minute. He was the first boss, and he shall be the final boss. Poetic. I don't know about first boss, but yeah, it is a little poetic. First boss was like Piccolo or something. And that's like Tao Pai Pai. Yeah, you can keep going further back. Even in Z, it was just Raditz, then Vegeta. Yeah, I guess technically, if you don't count the Raditz or Vegeta, first boss. Because he never got redeemed. He was just an asshat. Even when we had a whole argument because I'm defending my champion Yamcha, and we had a whole argument about how like it was so depressing that they picked actual Space Hitler over Yamcha. That was heartbreaking. I remember when I was watching the anime and they said Majin Buu was asleep. I was like, "Come on, my boy!" And they said we could get Frieza, and I'm like, "That's cool, but damn." It's like, Yamcha, no! Brother actually got, like, he dodged the draft, like, being himself. It was, like, actually upsetting. They picked Master Roshi over his ass. That's, like, sad. That like, generally is upsetting for me. It's like, man, they picked Master Roshi over, like, Master Roshi's awesome. I love to see his internal of power, but it's just upsetting. My boy Yamcha, he sucks, but damn. And picked Tien over him. Me, personally, I don't like, I'm not crazy about Tien. Tien's cool. And he's definitely, like, is a, like, decent character. But over Yamcha, I mean, come on. Yeah, we had a whole argument about this. Me and Ghost and Alex, we all yelled about this. Because me and Zion were on the side of Yamcha. They were on the side of Tien. We were actually arguing for, like, a good minute. Ghost is so easily rage baited, so he was actually getting mad, probably. Meanwhile, Xenoverse 2, he has super villain form and looked cool. Exactly. Yamcha, you cannot handle the might of Yamcha. I think I'll say that the entire time. Most of Yamcha's dubs, though, come from filler, though. It is kind of upsetting. That hair is aura. I love his hairstyle. His long hair is aura. That's why I gave it to my female Saiyan in Xenoverse 2. Kosho. I just like the hairstyle. This long hair, the gigantic ass mullet that they had to copy and paste it to Gohan and Goten. They really did copy and paste his hairstyle. I'm the final boss. I don't get this fucking phone. Yeah, I think Yamcha's great. Yamcha is the father of Goten. Goku had no time. He's a Saiyan. Or Chi Chi just had that still in her stomach or something. Okay, that sounds kind of morbid. With phrase like that. Yamcha was like kind of loaded in Z, and I think he kind of got broke because wasn't his apartment just like a 1 bedroom apartment in Super? I think he lost his job. Yeah, we all were discussing that. It's like the ideal is like, oh yeah, wait, he probably lost his baseball job because he was dead for like a year. They all just probably assumed he quit. And then he kind of chilled with like Bulma and the Cell Saga. And Majin Buu Saga, God knows what he was doing. I think he was using like the last of his money because he definitely had like, his own cool stuff. Then he became broke. Poor Yamcha. I actually got a Poir flesh so I could be more like Yamcha. I was making the joke that's like, just imagine he's like he's in the turn of power and hits using his time skip, and then he's like, what? And he's like, wolfing fist. He's punching me through my time skip. Impossible. Spirit ball. He was there for Bulma when Vegeta went emo in Buu Saga. True. I'm not out of all the sagas, Buu Saga I watched the least, but I'm willing to believe that. Even though he did fumble the back severely. Pure bullshit aura. Yamcha going ultra instinct. I just love him. He's just fucking stupid. Sucks that he doesn't get as much that good credit that he deserves. I was trying to be like, hey, he defeats a Cyberman. It's not his fault he knew he was going to blow up. I mean, I wouldn't have guessed that either. I would die too. They couldn't even give him a dub in superheroes. Or not, yeah, it was just heroes, I think. Heroes. They're like the fan content anime. Try to give him a girl, and then immediately by the end of that saga, she's like, oh, we'll marry like 100 years. I'm a minor. Like, come on, bro. It's like upsetting. Couldn't even give him a W. Poor Yamcha. Kind of do lean towards those like stupid, like sad characters. At least he isn't more in the. At least he isn't more than Tien. Yeah, that's true. Tien has a lot of interesting things he could do, and because if like you see what he does in Dragon Ball, it's kind of overshadowed by the fact that he doesn't do much in Z. And then his techniques gets less and less. Like when you see him, like he does like the same techniques. 4 signature moves versus 1. Yeah. He's like, Tri-beam! Tri-beam! I'm gonna split. I'm gonna make clones. And then, like, I think Solar Flare is his unique move, too, but he doesn't even use Solar Flare. Everyone else uses it. Solar Flare! It's like, I'm not crazy about Tien. I'm not against him. I'm just saying, for the turn of power, he didn't really do much. Kind of was just there. How the hell did those two just catch on fire, by the way? I wasn't watching them, but there's no way they were just chilling in the corner and then they were on fire. I'm definitely feeling like the eye fatigue, but like it's like almost 3 p.m. So I'm like, I can't sleep. Even if I can, like White Red Eye and Stream, it's like moment of peace where I'm like, yeah, it's going to be impossible for me to sleep now. I'm going to have to stay up. I'm going to sleep like early than I would usually, like maybe 9. But at least it'd be a normal sleep schedule. Goku can use Destructor Disc one time in Buu Saga. I think he doesn't. He does in Super too. I think Goku just like stealing moves. I don't think Goku has a unique move tied to his name other than like the non-canon Dragon Fist. Steals everything. It's like the monkey see, monkey do thing. Just kind of takes what he sees, copies it. My legs have been hella sore for the past like 3 days. I can't lie. Dragon Fist is his only move he created. Yeah, it really is. And it's in like Hirudegan. Not a bad movie. It's like a whole party right here. Jesus Christ. Got 50 ducks in here with some horses. And now fucking Epic Games is giving me a notification covering my chat. Were you up for 24 hours? No, I wouldn't say that. Well, because like all of yesterday I was asleep because I had a headache. So I woke up at like, I want to say I woke up at like 12. Maybe a little earlier than that. But I slept for like a good portion of yesterday. So I was up all night, like up in the middle of the night. And then I'm like up until right now. So I'm probably up for like past 8 hours, maybe past 12 hours. But I definitely haven't been up for 24 hours. I might get close if I get to like 12 again. But I'm probably going to be asleep by then. Like I'll probably pass out by exhaustion. I have definitely spent up for 24 hours before in the past. It's not fun. But I definitely have stayed up for that long, even longer, I feel like, for certain times. Now, I guess that begs the question, will I ever do a 24-hour live stream? Maybe. Just, that's like a planning thing I have to do, and I'm not sure if I'm down for that. Especially since I feel like I want people with me. I don't know if I could power through that alone. It's definitely a thing I joked around, though. Like 24-hour live stream, let's go. I've done 7 hours. I mean, if I added, like, come on, just several more hours and I'll be halfway through. And 12 more hours, I'll read 24 hours and I can sleep. And then I won't upload for like a week because I'll be just dead exhausted for streaming for 24 hours. I don't even know if I can actually do that. I don't know if I have a game that I can play for 24 hours. And if I am switching games, I'm not sure if I have so many games I can do for stream. I'll get like so bored quickly. Just noticed, but the last 3 streams took place over the course of Wednesday to today. Of the course of Wednesday to today. Yeah, I try. That's the day I try streaming on. Today is definitely not a good example because I'm not streaming Wednesday because I'm making up for it. But that's the day I usually want to stream is Wednesday. Don't know how anyone's able to do that, let alone Daco. Yeah. It's like an impressive feat, honestly. The next one will be Saturday, Lamau. There's been multiple times where I actually thought I want to stream again, but I'm like, should I really? I probably should put it off until next Wednesday. But this might keep the notification bell on because sometimes I might just randomly stream. Who knows? What do we get? I guess on blue. Brucey. Maybe I'll stream multiple times in a row. I mean, technically I do. Sometimes I join Alex's stream when I'm done streaming and I'm just in another stream. Sometimes that happens. Definitely when he was playing Vintage Stories when I kept doing that. Bruce. Just named him Bruce. There was one time where I was doing my stream, and at the end of the stream, I went to Ghost's stream, and at the end of Ghost's stream, we all went over to Alex's stream. So there has been a day where we all streamed like the entire day. It's definitely not something new. Hasn't been done in a while, thankfully. But that has happened at least at one point. Don't remember the lineup of games. I think it was Lethal Company for me, and then I went to do something in Minecraft with Ghost, and then I think we went to Plate Up for Alex. I think. But I'm not sure if that's correct. Definitely something that has happened. Tiring, but I've done it. This is a very relaxing game, though. I can't lie. I think it's also because I could just sit here, don't have to do anything. Occasionally, I have to go grab my mouse because the game will AFK me jump like that, and I have to go click off and click back in. Which is annoying. Yeah, I said it like an hour ago, but my brain has no brain juice to conversate. Can't think of like anything conversation wise. I'm kind of just vibing here. I feel like I'm like not a life sentence, but I feel like I'm just serving a sentence. I'm just trying to wait until my time goes by so I could be released. That makes it sound like I don't like it be doing this though. It's definitely getting hot in my room though. Just another hour. Just a few more, like 20 more minutes. I'm not. It's like almost to 3 hours. If I do another hour, I'll be kind of cooked. Actually, it might depend. I might have food. If I get food in me, I might be up for another hour. But if that's the case, I might get someone and call. Because I can't think of anything. Actually, the more I think about it, I don't know who to get call. Because Ghost is going to sit there and mumble. Unless he has something going in his brain. Alex might actually talk, but then Alex might be busy doing his own thing. He was like all about playing Roblox Attack on Titan not too long ago. And you know, funny enough, Ghost got on it, and they both said that I left them to die. Commander Bones left them to die because I didn't want to play with them. And then randomly, when I was like, fuck it, I read the speech that apparently say in Attack on Titan where they lead into battle to die as I joined them. It's one of those like moments where it wasn't recorded, but it was a good bit. Iconic speech. It is an iconic speech. I never watched Attack on Titan. Could never get into it. But it's definitely a show I can like give a thumbs up. Like, it's not bad. I just don't watch it. Alex loves it. Where was I going? I had a thought and I lost it. You should. It's actually really good. I know I should. It's just... I watched the first few episodes like multiple times. Dark and depressing, but good. Yeah, it's a show I need to watch. I just haven't gone around to. I watched like the first few episodes like multiple times. Every time Sean tries to get me into it, we watch like the same two first episodes. Just could never get into it. And yet, funny enough, for knowledge, I do. That's you're saying the right words to get me into it too. I watched Mirai Nikki. That was sad. But also, I watched that because it was like the Yandere anime, and I felt like it was culture to watch it. Also, I enjoyed it, so I actually was able to sit down and watch it all. And then my own sister yelled at me because I watched it in English dub, and so I felt like I got stabbed in the back from my own family. It's like I said, animes. I could count all the animes I watched on my hands, because I don't really crazily watch animes as much as I proud to admit. Not sure what word I'm looking for there. It's like Dragon Ball, Death Note. I definitely watch Kill la Kill. Watching JoJo's. I've watched One Punch Man. I watched Bleach. What else? So I watched Soul Eater. I think that's about it. Oh, I'm High School DxD I watched. That's about it, I think. Like 8 main animes. Everything else I kind of like never finished watching or just never got around to watching. I did watch Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I did watch that. I feel like I don't. I feel. My brain is in the dazed state where I'm like actually kind of tired. So like I feel like I'm just on truth serum. Now I'm starting to feel like I shouldn't have said that, but I said it. Cultural phenomenons. Yeah, I would say so. Those are definitely like the ones I watch because of culture, and early, and early. We My brain's like shutting down. I gotta keep going. I'm almost there. I'm almost there to 3 hours. I can't. There's nothing to fear. There's not like how much truth can come out of me. Caps lock broke. End stream early? Question mark. Nah, I gotta get up to 3 p.m. It's almost 3 p.m. So it's like 20-ish minutes. I could survive that long. And then I'll end stream. I'll end stream when the actual stream probably hits 3 hours, honestly. Because by the time it hits 3 hours, it's probably going to actually be 3 p.m. for me here. So, nah, I'll survive. FNAF experiences be like, I'm like at 5 and I'm like so close to 6. I'm like, get to 6, please. Nah, my brain is definitely in the like loopsy toopsy, like oopsie boopsy mode where I feel like I'll regret what I say later. Type. I got a baby duck. Oh my god, it's a bunny. Wasn't there like a small duck section? Oh, I got several small ducks. I just never seen them. Is he smoking a blunt? Oh, he's probably a flute. Bunny. Squid. I'm gonna call you Jimmy. Oh, at least Kid Duck is getting oh no, Kid Duck is still no, fire went away. Kid Duck is no longer on fire. That's awesome. I don't know how they're catching on fire. Sun's not that hot. I'm definitely getting hungry too, so I definitely will end stream at when I hit my goal, so I can eat food. But I'm powering through it. I'll survive. Ah! The moment you cancel COD plans. Well, I mean, Cloudy said he's leaving after noon. And I know that when it's gonna be, I know the COD is gonna be after the afternoon. So one of the members isn't even gonna be there, so it's already gonna be canceled. So that was like a bullet I dodged pretty much. I'm not gonna lie, I think Demise has been in the forest, by the way, this entire time. So I think Demise might be actually pulling in like a 24-hour thing because Demise, I haven't seen him go offline. And if he's been away, insert cell dead tap. 10 more minutes. 10 more minutes. Ding, 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 ding. 10 more minutes. Think of it like a quick round where you get the truth out of me for 10 more minutes and then the truthing something. Or you just like watch me like stumbly, like just stare, like 1,000-yard stare and then dead silence and then I realize, oh shit, I haven't said anything. Hi, Ghost. Crazy. I don't want Ghost being in here because Ghost actually might push my buttons and if he knows I'm tired and loopy, he knows I could actually expose myself easily. Ghost, you better keep your mouth shut. I'm not completely tired. Can't fool me. He's a guilty by association, I'm just saying. Surprised Ghost is even in chat. You should have slept, dog. I didn't want to sleep because I was just going to do the same thing I've been doing, which has been irritating me, where I'm going to sleep at some point in midnight when I feel tired and I wake up and it's going to be dark again outside and no sunlight. And then I'll be like missing another video upload. I'm just going to fix my sleep schedule now. Dog, a fake fan, didn't hear the last 2 hours. Because I've been asleep, Kev. Resetting his sleep clock for the stream. I even made the thumbnail a sleep deprived emoji that I stole from the internet. Because I just Googled sleep deprived emoji and then that was the first one I found. So I was like... Bonesy's brain right now. Honestly, it really is like that. I'm just kind of sitting here dazed, staring around the stuff in my room. Kind of like, huh, it's a cool Spyro statue I have back there that holds my controller. And I'm like, oh, I haven't said anything for like 2 minutes. Hold on, let's dial it back in here. Hi, guys. No questions? Oh, shit. Stare back again. Rinse and repeats. It just goes on forever. Until 10 minutes are up. Or I guess I should be saying like 7 minutes are up. Favorite Marvel movie of all time? My favorite Marvel movie would have to probably be Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Guardians of the Galaxy. The first one. Funny enough you mentioned that. Me, Ghost, and Alex, we are currently rewatching like the entire MCU and we're ranking them. And we're up to Thor: The Dark World right now. We have yet to watch it. We're dreading it. So, because we know it's not going to be a fun watch. For me, my personal opinion, I just know it's not going to be as entertaining as the other ones. It's probably it's going to be a little boring. I don't think it's terrible. It's just going to be a boring movie. From my memory, serves right. But yeah, my favorite Marvel movie is Guardians of the Galaxy. I love Peter Quill. I think that's the like reason why I like Chris Pratt as much as I do, because I like that movie, and so like I like other movies he's in. So he's like an actor I like. I definitely see the issue with like using just popular actors for just stuff instead of hiring like good voice actors, like the Mario movie controversy. But I actually personally liked how he was in the Mario movie. That may be a little biasness, but I didn't think it was bad. I don't think he did a bad performance as Mario. Go to sleep. Oh, no. Why is everyone telling me to go to sleep? The worst possible scenario is I go to sleep as soon as the stream ends, and then I ruined my schedule even more. But I guess the funny thing is that even though I love Guardians of the Galaxy so much, my favorite Marvel hero is Ghost Rider. So, and I do like those Nicolas Cage movies, but I wouldn't say they're my favorite. Chat, should we donate Bones 100 pillows? I don't even know how much 100 pillows. I feel like my back would be sore. I only sleep with like one pillow. I'm gonna be honest. Just kind of lay there on my one pillow and I just pass out. Surrounded by other things on my bed as well. He was a perfect choice. Mario is Brooklyn 90% Italian or 10% Italian. Yeah, I that's a good perspective on it. I didn't really think of it like that. Yeah, I do. Yeah, he's a New Yorker. It's not just Italian. He just has Italian descent. And the Mario movie was pretty good. Can't remember if I made a community post on it when I watched the movie because I feel like that was before I started making community posts after watching major movies. If I went to the theater, of course. But I liked the Mario movie. It was not a bad movie. I watched it with Pierce, if I remember. Yeah, with him and Mel as well. Then I watched Deadpool with Wolverine and Alex, and then I made a community post. Then I watched the FNAF movie in a suit and tie because I had to. Definitely gonna do the same thing for the second one, of course. And then I watched the what was it? Was there no? Oh, and then I watched the Minecraft movie with the group of friends as well, and made a community post. Minecraft movie was definitely interesting. You are different. You're interesting. Don't know what to name you. I'll name you later. Not really a big movie theater guy. I like going to the movie theater. It's just that I actually want to like the movie. I don't want to go to a movie and be like pretty bad. Have to head out early myself, so I'll see you in the stream. Been very fun. Oh, thank you for tuning in. Has been Doom Slayer. Have a good one. What was I saying? I completely forgot. Something about, oh yeah, movie theaters. Just haven't gone to a movie theater recently. I think the Minecraft movie is like the last time I went to one recently, and that was because it was just I feel like it was like a culture. Like, come on, we all gotta watch it. Everyone, it's Minecraft movie. I haven't even watched the Fantastic Four movie. I'm gonna be honest. When we made the list of the MCU movie listing, I realized that I stopped watching pretty much after Endgame because like 90% of the movies I just never watched. It's like damn, I did kind of just stop caring. And like the Superman movie is cool, but I'm not a big Superman guy, so I haven't even bothered to go and watch that. I only see movies that actually interest me and would probably be through streaming services. Yeah, that too. It's kind of like a whole hassle to even go to a theater. I like the experience personally. Like I like the movie going experience. If it's a movie that I'm gonna like. I can't think of a time where I went to a movie theater and I was like, this movie sucks. Actually, I do. But no, I wouldn't say to that degree. It would have to be two actually, and they're both MCU movies. Funny enough, it would be Black Panther and Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness. Those are the two movies I walked out of the theater and I was like, that was not as good as I thought it was gonna be. Meanwhile, I would cut to how Deadpool and Wolverine. I went to the theaters like 3 times with like different groups so I have an excuse to rewatch that movie in theaters like 3 times. So there's definitely was like a big drop off with like how I felt for those other movies to Deadpool and Wolverine. That was such a good movie. Rewatched it like so many times. Watched it with my dad, and then I watched it with Alex for the first time, and then I watched it with like another group of friends that haven't seen it. This is a good movie. But yeah, there's haven't been anything good, I think, of recent date. Plus, movie theaters are kind of dying out, anyways, with streaming services. All right, well, it's 3 p.m. Peak recognizes peak. So I'm gonna end stream and then possibly like eat food and stay awake and whatnot. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. Hopefully my schedule is fixed and all that. Um, but yeah, thank you. I'll see you guys in the next one. See ya.